Oh, goodness. Welcome, we're live. Tomb of Annihilation, the Last Resort Company, here in the Vault of Reflections, ever deeper within the Tomb of the Nine Gods. They actually freed one said trickster god last session, and now that remains only Shikombi and Unk, I believe, are the last two remaining. Also, they managed to encounter Withers again, the tomb's custodian of sorts. He unfortunately didn't prepare for such a volley of damage. He came in, flipped the switch, trying to trap you in some sort of mind-bending winds. And of course, you immediately turned on him, focus fired, and before he could even get away, he was knocked down. His lifeless body slumped over the balcony. You managed to deactivate the trap, but not before shattering two of the statue's hands. The statue was holding something, more of these crystal spheres, which at this point you realize is supposed to fit in some sort of door. It's 10 in total. They seem to be arranged around like a mirror, and as you placed in one of them, it seemed as though you started to age slightly in the mirror's reflection. You yourself, you feel fine. Other than that, what did you do? Yeah, you figured out Igen's puzzle, which is a bit of a ball ache if you don't have some way to squeeze through tiny gaps. But Yasin turned himself into Play-Doh with the thinning potion that Nanny Poo-Poo gave them from the other realm. And you've kind of popped your head into one other little room, which had a steaming broth of stew, and there seemed to be a shadowy figure at the other end with their back turned to you. But as Carrot closed the door, it seemed as though they closed the door on their end as well. You decided to just come back to that maybe at some other point. And finally, that leaves us here inside this chamber. And as a quick recap and description of this, you see a 15 foot deep pit dominating this chamber. At the bottom of the pit is an 8-foot tall clay figure standing motionless beside the stone treasure chest. A silver key is visible hanging around a cord on the figure's neck. And then where you're standing is plinths. Two of them have statues on them about 9 foot tall. And then the third one is completely empty, just on the south wall. And so one of them is depicting a hooded, bearded male figure who Carrick identified as the god of wizardry, Azuth. And then the other one is Torm, the god of courage and self-sacrifice. And he is armored with a gauntlet extended and its palm facing inwards. And the other one has his left hand raised high with their index finger pointing up as well. So statue number one, left hand, I guess statue number, the other one has their, oh no, it's the other way around. This guy's got his right hand extended up, the other one's got his left hand extended up. Anyway, that's everything you see in this chamber. So you were a little bit stumped, kind of just staring at them, figuring out what was the right course of action here.
And there's this little chest down yonder.
That's right. That's the treasure chest, the stone one.
Well, no point standing on ceremony, I guess. I'm gonna try and mage hand the key off around his neck.
Okay, so as you try to, you can actually cast a mage hand, I think. That's fine. So you cast a mage hand, and you start to try and take the necklace from him, right?
Yeah, just trying to like thread it off of his head.
Okay. So you can get it off his head, and it does seem as though he remains completely motionless the entire time.
Thanks.
But But as your mage hand rises up towards you, Yasin, it gets stuck on something. And you realize this 15-foot pit is protected by some sort of force field.
No. No. And in all directions, I assume I can't like lift it up and over.
You check around the corners and the edges. No, it covers the entire pit.
Okay.
Any ideas?
This is just like an empty pedestal here.
That's right. It looks identical to the other two there.
Okay. Can I stand on it?
Yep, you absolutely can.
Sure.
So,
Maybe put both your arms out.
Put both my arms out.
nothing seems to happen.
I'll put my hands up.
Yep, including when you kind of raise your hands or lower them.
What if you raise and lower them repeatedly?
Just flap my arms like
Yes.
wildly flailing about.
Okay. Whilst you're flailing, I guess, you do feel as though the plinth underneath you is actually slightly rotating because you're like moving a lot. You can actually feel there is a spring-loaded gear underneath, and you're kind of wobbling the plinth, turning it left and right, left and right.
Jump on
But
it.
it doesn't seem to do anything when you're on there.
Okay. If I hop off, can I do these ones move? Or are they on the same
Yep, as you go to
sort of-
test them, you can feel there is a form of rotation to them. They're a lot heavier, but you can do it as you realize they're obviously well greased. These tomb dwarfs are definitely keeping it up to snuff.
Right. So they move.
They do.
The statue's fist is also out, so if they both rotate 90 degrees southwards, they'll be pointing in the same direction.
Yeah.
Oh, and also before I forget, I give Torm a high five.
Sure.
That is his lesser known realm. God of
Amazing.
vibes.
Torm, god of dudes.
They're called bros.
Sorry, bro.
I'm not your bro, dude. All right. Well, as you high five it, it kind of sends it into a spin.
I'm not your bro, man. It goes into a spin. Okay. We have them both pointed in the same direction.
You can do, yeah. If you want to face them both, where would you like to face them?
South.
South. Okay. All right. So. Nothing seems. Oh wait, hold on. Forget revise here. You're still standing on the plinth, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right then. So, oof. we check what happened there.
Not
Let's
oof.
go.
The statue of Ruth is.
Good oof. Bad oof. Lol,
just
you're about to
checking.
die, oof.
I think it's a little. Gonna making sure I don't mess up. So the statue of Tom is rotated to the right, and as you can see, it's now facing this way. And anything above the plinth. Oh, grabbed the plinth itself. grabs the wrong thing. Oh crap! There we go. Revive. You suddenly feel a force around your body, sort of pinching you, and then suddenly expanding as well. And as you come to your senses, you realize you are standing directly in the pit, and the golem right next to you. Well, he doesn't look like he's pleased about that and
Hey.
immediately animates, turning his head towards you. I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we never do these the right way.
Well, it's also there is no right way. This is fine.
This is
There's always a way with you guys, and as long as you find your own solution, I'm happy.
The best thing about D&D is that there are no wrong answers.
Yeah.
I mean, if we think about it this way, I'm inside the forcey fieldy bit. So can get the key as long as I don't die.
Okay.
So maybe?
So at the top of the round, the clay golem rolled a 19 for his initiative. So he is going to immediately turn his head, bring his fists towards you, and slam them straight into you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 17. 17 again. They're good. They don't hit. Oh, they
what's
do
my
hit. I'm
AC?
just
Yeah, they do. My AC 17.
okay. All right. Happened to automation. That's what I want to know.
Do you need con saves?
You do need con saves, yeah.
Okay. Oop. Okay. Give me a second and I will roll you 2. Con 1.
Oh, there they are. Okay, cool. There's the damage. So you do pass, and I need another one as well, I think.
Okay.
The second one is a fail. So your hit points are reduced by the amount of damage taken on that second hit. So your max, your max is reduced by 16. Oh,
What?
that's a tough hit. Yeah, I know. These clay golems, as they hit you, they seem to absorb the strength from your body, and well, that's its
uh,
go over.
Out of 4.
The
Okay,
key
fine.
is still held by your mage hand. I'm going to say yes, and so it's up above, near the top of the 15-foot pit. Going down to EQ's go. We need to get down there or her back somehow. She's going to fly over to the lint as well, but nothing seems to happen as she coils up on top of it. He looks frustrated. We're going to go down to Rufus.
It's going to test the boundaries of the invisible force field, if indeed
It
there
is
is one.
still intact.
Bonk.
Yep, kind of just lands on top of it.
And he
Pecking
hoots
around.
annoyedly.
Okay. Anything else they want to try?
Hoot.
Okay, hooting it is. Carrick, looking a bit panicked. I'm going to say they are a little indecisive as well, but maybe Wongo takes over and says, I told you to smash those statues. Smash them! He's going to roll a quick wisdom save. See if he gives in. Well, that's lower than
13.
what normal. That's lower than the normal amount to possession. Oh, he is literally going to try and smash the Azuth statue. He hasn't got much in the way of smashing, though. Oh, wait, he's got the mace, hasn't he?
Yep.
Cool. Just don't see it on here. Oh, there it is. Cool. 13. Okay, so he cracks the statue here. I'm just going to roll a d20, see which way it spins. I'll d2. One is going to be left, two is right. It spins to the right. So, going back to this. See if he just unwittingly just did something. As he spins a Zooth to the right. One creature inside the pit teleports to the third pit. Okay, cool. Yeah, he actually did. By pure luck, smashing the statue and having it spin around just makes teleportation activate. Revire, you are here, but Iku's already on it. So I'm going to say it forces aside anyone standing there. So Iku gets shunted away. And you find yourself back on top. There you go. Hold on a minute. There are multiple creatures in the pit randomly determined to watch. Oh god.
Oh
Hold on a
no.
minute. Let me just, okay, well, one is Revire then, two is the Clay Golem.
Oh no.
Nice.
Cool. Whoopsie daisy, flip that around. The Clay Golem is suddenly appears right there. Let's get rid of this guy. So just after the second this fist impacts you, Revire, you kind of dazed and reeling look around and realize it's no longer in front of you. And EQ shunted aside. Ah! What the? We have a problem. Alright, that's gonna. Okay. Wongo screams in delight. See? Told you it would work. Wongo smash. Beat everything. It is Revire's go now.
So the key's still being held by Justin's mage hand up at the top
Mhm.
of the
Yeah.
thing.
It is.
Cool. Ring of jumping, grab the key, have a go at
Nice.
this chest while the golem is up there.
Okay, cool. Yes, you want to try the key on the chest.
Jeez.
Let's see. The hinges are made of stone, and it looks quite heavy, but it has got a fitting. It's fitted with a silver locking mechanism. So as you push the key inside, it does turn, and immediately you see the locks hinges shift slightly, and the chest is openable by if you want to do that.
Yeah.
I'll say it's your action to open it, but your free action to sort of
Cool.
kick it open there. Inside, the chest is filled with 1 inch diameter glass eyeball. Two of them, in fact. One is a pale green, and the other is pink.
Huh.
And it seems to be resting on top of a red cushion. Like, very stylish.
Right. Sure. Pocket them.
Okay, and I think that'll be the end of your turn as you pocket them. Yes, and Clay Golem's up here. It's furious.
I'm gonna whip his face. Aquapacha.
Okay. Yeah, flecks of clay splatter up against the wall, kind of like displace it.
Aquapacha.
That's not a good hit.
And then chuck this on there. He's taking an extra 1.4 if he moves.
Okay.
And I'm going to bravely 2, 3, 4, 5.
Are you now
6.
moving away? Check his reach. Nope. Okay. Can't get you. So you circle around the pit, coming down to Igneous go.
I will. Well, I guess you did just booming blade it, so I'm just going to sit there and Eldritch Blast it twice because I don't want to get close.
Okay. Okay, nice hits. The force damage feels like it's blasting it away quite well. It's a bit more clay is cracked, but it's still very much intact and not showing any signs of slowing down. Do we do that one? Could be helpful. Okay. Just thinking what to do on the top of the round because he's got potentially another choice. I need one extra attack. Yeah, screw it. I think it's worth. We're gonna immediately cast some sort of spell here. It kind of places its hands together. But it doesn't seem to have a language. So I guess this is just kind of innate spell casting. I'm gonna say you can't actually tell whether there's a spell to be cast or not, or sorry, to be counted or not. So he kind of gets this for freebie. But as soon as he finishes casting it, you see his head turn at a much quicker pace than it once did. And he immediately charges across the barrier at the top and positions himself over here. And he moved way quicker than he did last time. Okay, that's its go.
He's
Mhm.
taking that 4 points.
He will, yeah, let's do that. A bit of an explosion goes off on him, but he's still intact.
I don't
Go
suppose
back
he's like
to-
vulnerable to thunder damage or anything.
No, it doesn't appear to
No.
be.
Bummer.
Okay, EQ's go. She's still in total form and will immediately try her bite on the creature.
Ew.
No, not bite, not bite. Bite, I said. That one. There you go. And does hit. Okay, cool. However, as she bites in, doesn't look like that's as effective. Let me just check. Oh, she's got magic weapons. That should do max damage. Alright, cool. Change that again. There we go. Alright, so EQ's biting down on its neck. What would you like to do, Rufus?
Rufus is going to give myself Yasin the help action.
Okay. Garrett. Alright. You already know what I'm going to say. Crush that thing now.
Stun
Carrick
him.
rushes up
Stun him!
and smashes it.
Stun
stun
him,
him.
Wongo!
That's a good question. Hmm. Okay, one go. Let's see. On a D2, I'll say on a 2 you can roll. No, he's just going for a smash. Wongo
Ah,
wants to hit things. He hasn't hit things in a long ass time.
Bachelor, have you got anything to say about this?
I think you should stun him.
He won't listen to me no matter how much I try. Ah, damn it, Carrick. Alright, that's it. He misses. Hey,
This
why-
is some bullshit.
You're stuck down here at the moment. Anything else you want to try?
Twiddle my thumbs a bit, rock back and forth on my heels.
Hmm.
There's like nothing down here that looks like quick out. I am in a pit, right?
Well, when you tried jumping up, you probably felt the top of the roof. And yeah, it is a solid force.
Okay. Don't suppose Kubazan is also the god of conveniently getting out a trap.
No. But Ibuzan does commend your bravery, citing, of course it had to be us who got trapped. We're always the first into the fray.
Yeah, but now we can't help.
Nothing that sheer strength can't. Got it. Pick up the chest, try smashing it. I don't know. Let's try Wongo's attempt.
Sure.
Alright, you pick up this heavy stone chest. It actually weighs 250 pounds. But it's actually doable with your strength.
Just like rage throw it against the wall.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It does crack, but the stone pit remains very, very, like, impenetrable.
Could someone whack one of the statues, please? Yeah.
Alright, yeah, you're gonna hear this muffled, like as if you're talking through a thick pane of glass. Yasin, your go.
I don't like the fact that this thing is moving faster now, so I'm going to try and slow it down a little. Tasha's Mind Whip. Watcha!
Oh.
Ooh. I think I
missed.
might. He rolled a 2 on that intelligence saving throw.
Oh, sorry, right, he failed, yeah. Terribly. As you try to warp its mind, I believe you find no such intelligence in the creature.
Tits!
Completely immune to psychic damage.
Does that mean it's also immune to the effects?
You would think so.
You can say yes.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes on this occasion.
That's
It's
fair
because
enough.
there's no mine to whip. It is simply a construction of clay. All right. Okay, in that case, look that
I'm-
up for me as well while at the end of your turn.
Um,
Other than that, anything else you want to try?
do I blade song? It's got a fairly hefty to hit. I'm gonna blade song.
Alrighty. No problem. Okay, then in that case, go to.
And whilst I'm blade songing, I'm going to back away.
Okay, he will take an attack of opportunity.
Come at me, bro.
Alrighty. Slam. Right towards you. That's
Oh,
a
did I
miss.
accidentally apply my blade song to it?
Possibly? Yes.
Double check
Yes,
that
you
I
did.
haven't buffed
That's
its
why,
AC.
that's why AC went to 21. I was like, what?
It's alright.
I'm in the middle of changing it as well for my spell. I was like, huh? Cool. Alright. You can end that effect, then, can't we? So, everybody. Oh, no. Oh, God. How do I end it on him?
If you click on him and then effects up on the token action HUD, you'll be able to.
Oh,
do
right.
it
Yeah,
there.
right. Cool, cool, cool.
I'm just imagining this clay golem like whipping out a top hat and starting to like shuffle as his blade song.
How do I get rid of it on the token action HUD?
You keep toggling it on and off.
Oh,
There
do
you
I? Right, I get it. Okay, cool, awesome. Alright, that's fine. It's back to no one. And that's the end of your go. Okay. It is Ignea.
Sure, I'm gonna listen to Revia and pull out my or apparate my weapon, ignite it, and take a couple swings at the statue of the wizard god.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, roll one attack. And is there any particular direction you're trying to hit it and spin it?
I want to spin it so that it looks like it's embracing the clay golem.
Okay, which direction do you spin it there? Right? Or clockwise or anti-clockwise?
I guess it would be clockwise.
Okay. That does the trick then. As you right the god, it turns and Revia, you reappear at the top of the plinth.
Hey.
Right, the gods.
Really?
Yep. Alright then. That's how it goes. The clay golem is now incredibly swift. Its motions have sped up exponentially and it will turn to you, Ignea, because you're now the closest. There's kind of a statue in between Carrick. So he's just going to go berserk on you. Oh shit, my have accidentally targeted Yasin. Alright, it's a terrible roll. The first is a complete miss, slamming into the concrete behind you. Really? What's your AC? I'm just rolling crap.
18.
Second one, again, dodging out of the way, slams again behind you. And as a bonus action, it pulls back both hands, clasps them together, and goes for an overhead swing like a hammer. And natural 20s.
Oh,
But he can't crit me.
You're adamantine. Oh, of course. Damn, well, okay. You guess you're just taking the 9 damage instead. Roll that con save as well. It's a success. Oh, wait, no, it's not. For some reason, I know it says 10 there. It is actually 15. DC 15 is a fail.
Well, phooey.
So your maximum is reduced by that same amount, 9. Okay, that is going to end its go. And yes, at this point you realize now it has just done 3 attacks rather than 2. increased its offensive output, but Iku is going to position herself to flank it. And again, fight it. Deemed effective. Need to kill this quick. 21. Oh, sorry, a natural 20 from her as well. Nice. And the con save, what is that for? Be poisoned. Yeah, she obviously it's immune to being poisoned. But that's 15 damage at the very least. Alright, that's gonna end her go. Rufus.
Rufus is going to give me the help action again. Thanks, Rufus, old buddy. No, he's going to give the Revive the help action.
Okay.
Thank you.
And that'll end your go. Right. Down to Carrick. Hmm. Carrick, what's he got spells wise? Got everything. Of course he does. He had a long rest. Oh. Good spiritual weapon. Help me out here, guys, because I'm not used to using his character.
Stun.
Alright.
Stun, and then
You
if
can
it
grab the
works, he's
stun.
going to back off.
Sure. Alright. He Wongo lets out his feral screaming towards this clay golem. Let's see the wisdom save on. Is it wisdom?
I
Pretty sure
believe
it
so.
is. With advantage, I should say. God damn it. Wait, mutable? No, that's nothing. Yeah, a stunned condition is not something it seems is immune to. So the freezing golem locks up in place. Weird. Because that thing is like a... Hold on. Drop my book over there. Hold on. Is this a psionic? I just realized. A psionic effect. Who was that? Yeah, hold on. It does an unleash a psionic assault. So by that same merit, it should be immune to this effect as well.
That
Literally
makes
has
sense.
no mind. Yep. Okay. It has no immunity to stun, but I'm afraid as it sort of locks up in place for a moment, looks like it was just doing so to rotate and spin around to try and face Carrick instead.
I'm picturing it as like animated in a sort of Ray Harryhausen effect. Like it's the only thing in this tomb that's stop motion.
Yeah. Okay. How's the damage from the bite earlier? Just finally going on. Okay, so yep. One goes like, oh yeah, it's made of clay. Damn it! Go back to smashing it. See, I was right. Revi, you're in the fray now.
Great. The 4C fieldy thing is still up over the pit, right?
Yeah, it looks like the clay golem's got 1 foot on it.
Cool. I'm just gonna shimmy across, pop behind Iku.
All right.
Too much. Get out of there.
I'm trying to help.
It's okay. Cool. And then I will use bonus action to pop a hunter's mark on this guy. Okay. And we will I have help from Rufus, so the first attack has advantage, yeah?
Yes.
Go call and go. Plus
Yep.
1 from the hunter's mark. So it's 11. Just a normal. It's a 19. For 8 plus 2. So that's 21 damage total.
Nice. Even with his increased speed, doesn't seem to even outmatch Revive. He managed to get 2 clean hits, and even as he's trying to block them. All right. Well, at this point, as you stabbed into it, You see cracks fissuring all up its body. Looking bad. Looking rough. Okay, the next turn is Yasin.
I move a bit up there. A miss. Outrageous.
That gets a hit.
Ugh, 1, but if he moves, it's taking 13.
Okay, goodness.
And I'm tucking back
Well, he's got
down.
enough.
That's my turn.
Looks like he's got enough enemies to stay put for now, but Ignir, more fishes crack up its body.
Well, as I'm kind of stuck, I'm just going to take 2 swings at it. Try and aim for its knee.
Yeah.
Would that second one hit because of flanking?
It does actually, yes. And that's just a hit. It looked like it was maybe just enough speed to dodge it in time, but Ravaya kind of attacking from behind, it has too many opponents to defend itself. So yeah, that's all going through. It looks like it might be on its last legs here, but it's not going to go down without a fight. Turns to you, Ignir, going for a first slam attack. Oh, I need to roll something as well at this point. D6, let's go. It doesn't roll a D6 from that. Oh, well, try it like this. Okay. On a 6, the golem goes berserk. Yay! On each of its turns, it will attack the nearest enemy. You can see. And cool. It seems to suddenly lose all control over its body. Goes from stop motion to, yeah, just full HD, I guess. And just starts spinning around, flinging its fists any which way it can. First hit slams into you, Ignir. Another con save. Those are popping up, right? The little con saves. Okay, cool.
Yep. And
Oh, Ignir.
yeah, so I take 19 down from that.
That is correct, yeah. You lose 19 off your max, and you've taken 19. The second fist swings out wildly towards Carrick. And that misses. And finally, you know what? He's going in such a flailing motion, his leg even kicks out backwards towards you, River, for his bonus action slam.
Okay. That's another.
Oh
down.
god, your failed saves are killing you right now. Okay,
Literally.
this might be his last round though. At the top of the round, EQ's up. He's going to immediately bite into it. Oof. That's another 10 piercing. Do you need a bit more taps? Rufus?
Who's closest? Give Revive the help action.
Carrick, gonna take a smashing swing. And then also do this, Revive. You can take your turn as well.
No, I don't target myself. Great, Rufus.
Okay.
8,
That's Hunter's Mark.
29, 2 bouts of Hunter's. Boop. Boop.
Oh,
That's
and there it is with the second hit. How do you down this almost unkillable golem? Seems like it's
Yes.
really chunky.
It's just stab Colin into like the biggest fissure and I suppose try and use this as like a brute weapon and just carve him. Carve
Yeah, because
whatever
you're
pieces I can
you're
off.
using strength now, aren't you? To use
Yeah.
these. Yeah. So your fighting style's kind of changed from this tornado of blades into much more brutish slamming and then ripping the wound open with them. And yeah, as you do tear it into pieces, it crumbles. But man, did that not go down without a fight?
Everyone okay?
I have some eyeballs from the chest.
Good.
I have a green one and a pink one.
How's your HP maximums, folks?
I'm at a whopping about 50%.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Is that a long rest job or?
Don't know. I've lost just over a third, I think.
Okay.
As you ask about that, Justin, I'd say the bachelor probably pipes up and says, "Such is the death curse. That it will be proving difficult to recover one's lost life force."
So their HP is just kind of down now.
I'm stuck with 52 hit points.
Oh, heaven forfend.
Oh, dear God.
The others chime in and confirm this as well. And Wongo says, "Yeah, life's a bitch. Especially when this whole shit is going on. Order more reason to smash that damn stonemonger."
Okay, so we have how many eyeballs now?
6?
And there's 10 holes.
We do have 6, don't we? Because we have the 2 pebbles, the 2 from the place we killed Withers, and the 2 from just now. So we have 4 more to find.
2 from the box, 2 from the hallway, 2 from the statue. Correct. 6.
Does Carrick have locate object?
I think he gets that.
Yes, he does.
Yep, he gets that as a permanently prepared spell.
Dope.
Do you think we could maybe get him to cast out on the little pebbly guys and little
How much
crystal
is a
thing?
locate object?
I can't quite remember.
What level is that? I can't even find this one. Locate object.
It's second level.
Second level, yeah. Pff. All over it.
Awesome.
Yeah, describe an object which he's kind of familiar with. You can see the others; they're all in the same diameter. They do seem to be of different colors, but he's confident enough that he could potentially use that information and try to seek out one. It is only 1,000 foot, and it is blocked by lead and stone. But if he gets a ping during the 10 minutes he's got it active, he might be able to hone in on it.
And whilst we're here, I don't suppose this clay golem had anything on him.
No, as he crumbled to pieces, there was nothing else contained within.
That makes sense. Okay, so way ahead up there is closed until we get the gems, so over here, I guess, is the way forward.
Okay.
How did we get across here again?
Ignia was levitating, and I believe,
Oh, we did the old shield thing.
I think you did, didn't you?
Yes.
I did a lot of jumping.
And then, yeah, of course, Revive jumped it. I think you even carried Carrick, didn't you?
Yeah, give him a
I'll
piggyback.
say if you want to get back, it doesn't cost you anything. Just a few jumps across and you can make it.
Cool.
So, Carrick does ask to be carried again, though. Obviously.
Yeah, we'll just hop over.
Ooh.
Iku and Rufus fly.
We don't all have that option.
I don't know what happened to this light.
Oh, that's got a key.
That torch should be lit. Sorry. Move it back. Alright, and you squeeze back through the gap, the crawl space, where you were resting before. Nothing seems to have changed in here.
Can't get in the hole.
That is a tricky one. I'll just... There you go.
And Vaughn's back. Oh yeah, we had those hags. Oh, more eyes.
Oh yeah, something I kind of left off the recap. But yeah, you did of course complete yourself a long rest. The hags seem to have found the metal golem whilst you were here.
I launched a
You just try and
fireball at that eye.
firebolt. Did you?
Yep.
Oh my god, okay.
Trying
That
to
was
shoot him.
mean.
Fuck that eyeball in particular.
All right, then. Tell you what. I'm gonna do that.
Oh no.
It's the first time you've done something offensive against one. 3. Carrick. Sorry, not Carrick. Yes, and make me a wisdom saving throw. As that eye gets popped, one of the other eyes on the wall suddenly turns around towards you, stares at you, and shoots what looks to be a kind of greenish ray towards you. And you are immediately terrified as you see a dozen of these looking eyes like staring down upon you. You feel a gravity around your body crushing you, but it seems to be all up in all in your mind as you kind of reel back from the vision, kind of stumble against the wall. Just check what else. Yep, you're just frightened of eyes for now.
Don't look at me.
I also can't get out.
I'm stuck.
Where are you? Oh yeah, you're trying to go that way. That's the others. Others went this way.
I guess.
Yeah, I was trying to do that, and it kept throwing errors with the
There you
corners.
go. You're fine now. Should be able to move now. Oh
Can I
no.
have like a look at these eyes? Specifically the one that just shot at Jasmine or something?
Yeah, if you want to try and peek and have a look at them, you can do.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Because I know they were very trained on me earlier until I chucked that pebbly.
Okay, at 21, I'll say that the moment in which it launched this ray eye, you saw it extend from the sludge and it almost formed into that of like a tendril. And then it kind of got suckered back in. And each one does seem to be a slightly different color as well. You noticed that the one that fired that was kind of greenish in color. And the one at the far end of the corridor, well, actually, the one that Yasin kind of destroyed was kind of reddish. And the other one staring down upon you, kind of pinkish in color.
I think I speak for everyone in the party when I say shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My owl is stuck.
Let's go grab him. So I would say with that, maybe you even recognize the kind of nature at which one of these eye stalks might belong to. They are eye stalks at this point, you realize. They're not just eyeballs. They're attached to something. They push themselves through some sort of barrier, some sort of conjuration magic, perhaps attached to that sludge.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And they have the ability to retaliate should they want to.
I'm gonna pop this around here. So this side here was like popped.
Yeah, you pop that one, and this one fired the ray of fear.
Her. I feel
There's
like.
still a marble, isn't there, at the end of this corridor as well?
Oh no, I went to grab it so that we
Oh, you did
could.
it? You only
I
got
think
it.
so.
Okay.
Yeah. If not, I'll go grab it just now.
Okay, sure. The eyes do watch you, Revire, as you do this, and the one, yeah, you pick it up.
Staring contest.
Sure.
Can I do something dumb?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm confident of it.
Yep. That's me. Can I? No, I don't know. Fuck. No, I would. trying to weigh up what I would actually do. Would I actually do it? Okay. It's not dumb. It's a for science experiment. I'm
Do not
gonna.
fear. Have no fear. Do what you must, Revire. Cooper-san says.
You're such a bad influence, Jesus. Where did this guy go?
As soon as you picked it up and you look around again, seems like it might have either lost interest and disappeared back into the sludge.
Huh, cool. In that case, I'm gonna move to here
Okay.
and point myself this way and
Sure.
cast fear.
You're casting fear in a line. Or is it your...
It's a cone,
It's a cone, okay.
but I'm in a hallway, so I'm guessing it can kind of be like a line.
Sure, yeah, that hits both the eyes. I guess I'm rolling a wisdom save?
Mhm.
Okay. The eyes are completely unmoved and unfazed. They don't even dilate or change in focus. They just sort of stare blankly at them. If anything, they kind of give you like, you know,
Yeah.
that look.
Fuck you guys too. Moving on.
Seem completely unimpressed.
Yeah. Fuck you.
As you turn your back, though, screw
Fuck these eyeballs.
it. Oh god. Oh, can you roll me a deck save?
Sure. 27.
Oh yeah, you're good. You see this grey like energy beam, and unlike the other one that kind of snaked forward, this one in fact shoots straight. You even hear like a solid impact against the wall behind you, and you don't see any change on the wall. Didn't look like it did anything to this.
Cool.
But you dodged out of the way just in time.
Great.
Just
Cool.
totally forgot. It would have manifested as your worst fear as well, yes. And so those eyes, you now see them as snake eyes whenever you witness one.
Oh,
Yeah.
the eyes don't have any legs.
Yeah, just hand around the corner, middle finger up, fuck these guys, and let's move out the way because I don't like them.
Okay. Well, we need to find the others.
Yep. Extra marbles. Okay. The tridents, where are they?
Oh, they would have been left here. Or either that or Vaughn's holding firmly onto them.
Vaughn, can I have a trident?
He looks towards Carrot for permission. And then after a second, Carrot says, just kind of nods.
Thank
and
you,
then
dear.
he gives you a trident.
And splishy splashy.
You head back.
That was dashy. We didn't check this room, did we? The one you saw the scary thing in.
Carrick says that the only thing I saw in there was a shadowy figure with their back turned to me. And
Any
that's
marbles?
you. Not from what he could see.
Hmm.
But there was another room potentially on the other side. But he didn't get to see much. It's kind of, he just opened the door and then closed it again.
Well, I say we check for marbles.
Looking for marbles. Alright. So, again, for the sake of brevity, you can pass back the tridents through the waterfall and everyone can move through that space without issue. You guys following him?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Checking.
Come on, bitches.
Bitches, we're looking for marbles.
We got a tomb.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And there's
Coming
a
back up
scary
to the
thing on the
door.
other side of this door, so I kick it open. Whoppa!
All right. You see again a shadowy figure, and he is standing at the other side of this broth. And it looks like, from what you've just done, the door is open on the other side. And that's everything, I guess. Yeah, you kind of just see this outline, this like silhouette. It's blackened. It's too hard to see what it is, but even your dark vision can't really pierce the veil of darkness surrounding them.
Ooh.
What is this broth?
Okay. Yeah, what is it indeed? It's a steaming greenish hue, and it definitely smells like someone tried to cook up some vegetables potentially, but it doesn't look like it's acidic or anything. The stone basin is pretty sturdy. Can't really tell if it is something you would recognize. And there doesn't even seem to be any cooking implements in here. There's no shelves with like food or anything.
And does it smell like gas or anything in there?
Let me see. It smells. What does it smell like? It doesn't seem to have an acidic or sulfurous smell to it. No. It
So-
smells like soup.
I'm gonna step back quickly. I recommend everyone gets out of the doorway.
Okay, because you're stepping back, I'm going to tell you what you would see is the shadowy figure also steps backwards.
Oh,
Belt of reflection.
I'm gonna chuck a firebolt like into the.
I'm gonna move the fuck out the way.
Yeah, that's
Okay. The firebolt hits into the corner, scorching a bit of the stonework.
what's
But
thinking.
aside from that, nothing really changed in the room.
And the shadowy figure.
Kind of
Okay.
does exactly the same motion as you just did, poking your head in and out, in and out.
I reach into my pocket.
They reach into their pocket.
I mime pulling out a marble.
Ooh. Okay. There's a bit of a blurry motion, so the hand kind of melds with the shadow of its pocket, and you got to pull out. You don't see a marble in their hand, but it is kind of blurry.
And then I mime throwing the marble at myself.
Right,
yeah,
like at
to
your
them.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, you don't hear a marble fly towards you or land on the other
Okay.
side or anything like that.
I step forward,
It steps forward.
stream backwards.
It copies your exact motions.
Right, in that case, I step.
Okay. And I guess as you kind of step away that far, kind of vanishes slightly.
Again. Oh, sorry, stream. I was not looking at the action.
So it kind of, it's as I say, it's vanished slightly. It's kind of like it looks faded as kind of stepped back. But this time, as you step forward, again, the shadow is a complete silhouette.
Okay,
Um,
I'm gonna step forward into. I'm gonna check the room doorway and stuff for traps.
Roll an investigation check or perception, it's either one, and you're good. Doesn't seem trapped.
Step forward.
Okay, the silhouette steps forward again.
I'm gonna use mage hand to close the door. The
You close
this
that
one.
door. Yeah. Or that one ahead of you. Okay,
Yeah.
sure, he closes.
Okay.
I think. Let me just check out what the stone is made of. Or the door. No, it just doesn't say, so I'll say you can do it. No problem. You close the door. Okay, as you move around that direction, though, you actually see the shadow kind of merge and stretch across the room, so that it's now kind of following your movements, mirroring it this direction instead. And again, yeah, once you move into the corner, kind of gone all the way around.
I do a little tap dance.
It does copies it again.
Baby, hello, my honey.
Well, it's like standing at this door. Could I try and get a better look at it?
Yep, it looks exactly like kind of Yasin's shadow, but because it's a shadow, you can't tell if it's the front or the back. Just a silhouette.
Have a little gander in here, see if there's anything.
It doesn't appear to be. The empty alcove is just a 15-foot, well, corridor, and then it ends.
And the shadow doesn't look like it's being emanated from anything. Like, there's
No, it just seems to follow you like a Peter Pan shadow, right? Doesn't seem to be emanating from something. If anything, you is your best guess.
Okay. Can I roll like a perception check about the room to see if there's anything I'm missing here?
Sure. Roll a perception check.
This isn't to find traps, so this is just a flat.
The
Yeah.
only thing of interest seems to be the broth, the soup in front of you. Everything else looks pretty plain and uninteresting.
Hmm. Things I don't want to drink for 10 points, please, Alex. It was lovely dancing with you.
Okay.
Well, I'm
Yes,
stumped.
he walks out of the room. The bachelor says, "Are you done? We have spirits to save."
You got any ideas, Crocodile Boy? We need those marbles to save more spirits.
Mm.
Didn't think so.
Yeah, he seems a little bit frustrated. But no, he doesn't seem to come up with a solution.
Well, we didn't see any more marbles on any more floors, did we?
Not the other floors. You haven't come across them. You've only found marbles on this floor so far.
And we're short 4 of them. We could try going down to, see if there's any more marbles on any other floor. I doubt it though.
Yeah, it seems like a this floor kind of shenanigans.
Yeah.
Does anyone else want to have a go with the shadow before?
Yeah, there's got to
Sure.
be one in here.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So you, as
Shadows are
again,
my thing.
yeah, exactly. As your shadow fell, Revia, you see a darkened, shadowy silhouette of yourself, Revia, step forward into the room, as you do as well.
Hey. I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. Let me just check what happens to that. Okay. Copies you. Well, I guess that the shadow disappears momentarily as well.
Okay. That's unsettling.
Yeah.
And I will walk around the
Sure.
room and try and listen out for it. I guess it's a shadow, it doesn't really make a
Exactly.
noise.
Makes no noise. Yeah. No noise at
Okay.
all.
Okay. I'll close the store.
You close it.
And does this one stay open?
It does, yeah. Well, actually, come to think of it, no, it wouldn't.
Okay.
That door just suddenly closes by itself. Wait a minute, hold on. Hold on a second. God, there's so many weird, confusing things to this. Even I'm getting a little slipped up. Uh, okay. Mm, mm. You know what? For the sake of this, to try and give you a hint or something, yes, it does appear as though it interacted with the door and closed it.
Cool. I would like to drop invisibility.
It reappears at the corner of the room.
I would like to step a bit closer to the stew pot.
Okay, you step a little bit closer, and it steps closer.
I'll forward again a little bit. And
Yep, it's
I
right up
will,
against the partner.
I will reach my hand across the pot as if I'm going to touch the shadow.
Okay, you reach across, and you are fingertips touch with the shadow. You
Anything
don't
there?
feel anything.
Ha! This is unsettling. Mm. So, is the stew just like cooking away there, or is it like no form of heat coming from it, or?
Oh, actually, I'll say at the moment you kind of like touch your fingertips to the shadow, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a whole 14.
A 14 is just under a fail. God.
Okay.
Okay. So how does this happen? You touch the fingertips of your shadow, and as you do, you start to see almost a form come over them. Like there's flesh, there's skin, and it starts to warp up their hand, across their arm, over their body, and finally revealing a face. The face is a horrific vision of you locked in a silent scream, and it is terrifying to behold. You fail the save and immediately drop to 0 hit points.
What?
Okay.
Yeah,
Does she make a sound or anything in doing that?
I would say as the shadow is locked in that silent scream, I would say that Revire probably echoes what they would make. And yeah, I would say there's this horrific screech and then silence as yet Revire falls to the floor.
I kick the door open.
Unconscious. Okay. You see Revire then unconscious.
Any sign of a shadow?
Mm, your shadow appears. Oops, sorry. Yeah, your shadow does appear.
Ah,
But it's again, it's
he's so
can't
handsome.
really
But
tell. But it's just a silhouette. Just the silhouette.
I'm gonna cast a firebolt at him.
Okay. Casting a firebolt doesn't seem like it reacts or takes any damage. But the
Okay.
firebolt that you fire launches against this wall here. You at this point, Yasin, you realize your silhouette is actually facing away from you.
So it's facing away from me, so it's being projected from behind me.
Right. You kind of figured that out now. Yeah.
Right. I call Carrick, and I'd like to make a medicine check to try and stabilize Revire.
Yep. Go ahead. I'll say right during that time, would have only made one
Okay.
death saving throw.
Let me roll it.
And Carrick is also rushing at the same time. But you are stabilized.
Cool. Love that.
And I don't think we're gonna wait either. Carrick is gonna cast Cure Wounds as soon as he gets to you. And you are back up on 13. And he's gonna try and like usher you out of the room just in case anything else happens. Ugh.
I'm probably like gonna grab a seat against the wall, like knees to chest, hyperventilating, because that was probably one of my worst fears, like manifested.
I would ask her what happened, so as to not repeat it.
It it was a shadow. Then it wasn't a shadow because I
Right.
touched it.
Don't
And-
touch it. Got you.
Don't touch it.
I close this door.
Okay.
So he's still there, even though he's being projected.
He is. And you can tell at this point, kind of just from the shadow's form, that yeah, it's facing away from you effectively.
I look behind me.
Okay. You can tell just as you're turning, the shadow is turning as well. You're facing into the wall at this point. But you can imagine that your shadow would be facing you, your back.
So I can't. So nothing's like here projecting.
No. But you imagine that the shadow would be facing the steaming broth.
Okay. I mime reaching down to like put my hand in the broth this
Okay.
way. But in theory, if the
Yep.
shadow's facing my way, that's the way it would be pointing.
You hear a sloshing behind you.
I give it a peek and have a look.
So as you turn with your head, right? Just
Yeah,
your
I
head.
keep my hand down. I just turn to look at
The,
it.
the face of the shadow turns away. You can see that their hands are inside the soup. They're like, what would you have done? Like reached? Like you're reaching down to something?
Yeah, I'm going to try and fish around in that stew for a bit.
Okay, you slosh around and you can, again, you just hear sloshing sounds, I guess. You can't feel anything, of course, because you're just moving your hand around in thin air.
Yeah.
But you do see it kind of splash about up the sides.
I'm going to try and get the shadow to like throw some of the liquid out. Like,
Sure. Okay. Okay. It splashes up against the wall.
was there a poem about this?
But it does seem like you've emptied it slightly.
Okay. Turning back to the thing, I guess I can't see anything new in it now that it's emptied slightly.
Not at the bottom. You can't see to the bottom, no. So you would see just a portion of the liquid has gone down apart. You
Okay.
can see the wetness of the side. Yeah.
I'm just going to go back to my corner and repeat the same thing and just kind of get it to clear out as much stew as possible.
Okay. Sure. In that case, then, it takes you about 8 rounds, effectively, before you finally slosh enough of the soup out. You actually start to hear something rolling around.
I check to see if that's a marble.
Yep. You see a marble has landed on the splashed soup.
Great. I'm going to mage hand that bad boy.
Okay. You mage hand it, and there are now 2 mage hands gripping. No, that wouldn't be creepy. That would be messed up. But no, there does appear a mage hand in the other corner, though.
Okay. I'm going to take that marble. I'm going to peace out. I'm gonna give myself the middle finger. You suck.
All right. Close the door behind you.
7 marbles. I think.
Well done.
Does it look like another marble? It's not like a shadow
Yeah,
marble
you have
or
found-
some shit.
You found a 1-inch diameter eyeball made of incandescent orange crystal.
There we go.
So where else on this floor do we think more of these exist?
Oh, I don't know. I hoped you guys would have thought of it before I came.
Well, we didn't really go past those 2 statues, right?
Past the 2 statues.
With the clay golem, there was a little bit of path we didn't examine, right?
I think there was a doorway with holes for each of the marbles.
I thought I was in the room on the right.
Room on the right.
I mean, like, right if we went into the room with the statues. So there was another, like, here.
No, I think that was a view into the rotating death chamber thing.
Yep.
Am I wrong, Chris?
Sorry, the 2 statues. Wasn't listening.
So
Which
this chamber, like to the left of the statue, that's where the marbles go. That's
fitted?
like the
Yeah,
slots.
right.
And then this was just a view into the spinny death chamber.
That's right. That was the door inside.
Okay. So we are missing some tomb.
Um, mm,
Looking for secret doors.
so across the, like, shadowy soup room was just, like, a 15-foot corridor.
Yeah, it just ends in stone. Didn't see anything interesting there.
Maybe, I don't know. Check there?
Yeah, you can go ahead. Give me a perception check if you want. Double
Yeah.
check it.
Check chum. 19.
You confirm there are no secret doors
'Kay.
in this little area here.
Okie dokie. Onwards.
Okay.
With my 13 hit points.
Yeah, I think. Do we want character to try and heal them a bit more? Just,
I have cure wounds, so
or do you want to try and take a short rest? That's up to you. I mean, whatever works.
I'll beef myself up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, 23.
23 is nice. Okay.
There we go. That'll do. For now.
All right.
Right.
And last session, something I missed off the recap, but here's a reminder. Everyone here's because you're rolling like such a high 19 on perception, and you're just in this room alone, just by your own thoughts, and there aren't any other voices talking. You do hear a very dull, muffled clock, like a clock chiming. Dong,
Can I
dong, dong.
like determine direction?
Yeah, it sounded down deeper within the tomb, perhaps. And last time one of you heard it, but none of your allies did. I think it might have been Carrick. And he said, "Did anyone else hear that?" And no one really had.
Do we all hear it now, or is it just me?
No one else heard it. Just as you went into that room.
That's where you heard it last time. Was in that
No,
room.
the last time you heard it, Carrick was by the balcony with the massive pit down below. You can only guess that either it was down deep enough that the walls echoed from below, like a level below you, and was echoing into that pit. Here there isn't a massive pit, but you did hear it, kind of giving you the idea that it might have been directly below where you were.
Ooh. Don't like that. Um. There's nothing under the stew pot, is there? It's just floor.
No, it kind of goes to the floor as well.
I'll walk back out. So, anyone hear that?
What?
Yeah, what?
I was born.
Mm-mm. No, big clock chimes. Very dong, dong.
I'm afraid not. I did not.
I maybe hit my head, but definitely heard something coming
Yeah,
from.
I'm headed to ringing from those golem attacks, perhaps.
Revire, I've seen enough horror movies to know that you're just crazy.
Did I tell you about the hags last night, or
Maybe you were speaking, but I probably wasn't listening.
no? It's fine. It probably wouldn't. Cool. It wouldn't sound as good the second time anyway. It's fine. You're right. Probably just going nuts. But if anyone else does hear a big chiming clock coming from below us, specifically from the below us, I think there's a thing.
Did we figure out these are just the statues for the tridents, right?
They were, yeah. They were
Yeah.
statues. Actually, these ones weren't holding a weapon, but yeah.
Okay. Marbles, marbles, marbles. Any secret doors along here? Be room for a door here?
Go ahead. Roll me another perception check. Although I think you did check this already. I'll confirm again. There are no secret doors along this 60-foot long stairwell corridor.
This guy's back.
Hmm. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, he shouldn't be there. And there's no sign of Nang Nang either. Another thing I forgot from the recap. Nang Nang has been
Yeah.
terrified of those howling winds, and they have not been seen since. It seems as though at least Withered got something accomplished during his sneaky attempt. Right? And the thing is, I don't think anyone else was under the fear effect. It was just Nang Nang that failed. So it's difficult to judge just how long you would have been afraid.
Revaya, do you see any of Nang Nang's passing? I'm sure she left some bits.
I would like to have a look for Nang Nang tracks.
Yeah, you can give me a survival check. Nang Nang did often walk on the walls and ceilings. It's difficult to know, but as you do check the ceiling, it doesn't look like they went that way. I would say for the first couple of steps, it does look like they came down this corridor, and then when it gets to the edge of the balcony, it looks like the tracks disappear. Just right here where Igni is standing.
So I've got tracks up till here. Guess.
My skeleton key traps.
Vaughn. No, didn't see any skeleton Q tracks either. The best guess from is that they either jumped off the balcony or simply walked over it and under it.
Okay.
You also know how they had the power to go invisible as well. Will. So that's something.
Could any of your, gods reach out to them?
Not me. I don't know where Nang Nang went. Right enough. Like a little scaredy frog.
Yeah, Coob, you're a frog as well. Type thing. Any frog instincts when you're scared?
I
If
take
you
offense to
could be
that.
scared.
I'm more of a toad.
Amphibian.
I do not know where but I would hate to see any of you run fear like that. You must steel yourself against this evil. Show its strength. I'm sure we'll find them someplace, cowering in a corner, most likely. That's my guess.
How badly do we want to find Nang Nang like right now?
I mean, about as much as I want to find another marble.
So I think Arik could cast sending, maybe?
He says he could, but it's going to take him a 3rd level spell slot.
Yeah, that's fair. It's not. It's a lot. It's I was just asking how desperate we are to get her right now.
Well, you stand at the staircase. And I will point out, at this point, you can see the final floor. At least the staircase's final floor. There's, of course, that square chamber below. I think you've already kind of figured out from the wine spilling into it, it connects to the gears of hate, the central gear. The floor below, though, does have 4 gigantic stone gargoyles resting atop quite large looking stone platforms. And there's a number of different corridors going from that lower level. And there's Black Yessen, one for this level. The Jackal Head.
Did we loot the dead guy?
You didn't, and Nang Nang was
Very
saddened
upset.
by this
Yeah.
because they had a gold shield.
I'd like to peep in and just check if
They are still there, yes.
and Nang Nang hasn't been in. I figured that
No,
might
they
be-
have not. I think from there you.
Is the
You're
stone
only
block
like
still
30
in place?
foot away. Sorry, let me get these open for you. You can see a bit more. There you go. It is still in place, yes. It doesn't look like the tomb doors have opened it up yet. Maybe we had you killed them all. Oh, I'm just- there might be still 1 or 2, but you can see the door from this about 30 foot lying on the ground. Golden shield, turban.
And no sign of Nang
Yeah.
Nang.
No sign of them. There's another little hole in the top of the roof still. That's where you saw a skeleton key rush off.
Oh, Nang Nang.
No
There's a
sign
lovely
still.
unlooted dwarf here with a lovely golden shield.
There's no reply. Your voice just echoes into the chamber.
So that chamber there, is that kind of in the same area that the big, evil, angry, deep darkness thing is on the next one? On the one up? Yeah.
Are you asking me or? the
Yeah, sorry.
Roll me an intelligence check.
I'm dumb as hell. Okay. um,
Possibly. You would need to double check maybe and kind of gain your bearings. But it's
Okay.
possible. Because it's been a little while. You need to like look at it again to see if it does go down
Okay.
or go up. There's all kinds of weird teleportation things you've seen so far, so it's possible it could go anywhere.
Yeah, that's the thing, because we didn't really do anything. I don't know if
Mm.
I'm just
But-
thinking because if the skeleton key like went up there, does it come out there or does it go somewhere else?
Essentially. What else do I want to say? Yeah, this is the jackal head in which you actually were able to pass Aijin's
Yeah.
horn through.
I'm gonna
So
see if Rufus can fly through and like frisk the dwarf.
okay,
See if we
they
can-
find on them, let me just see. There is a yellow turban that is set with a peridot gemstone, probably worth easy like 500 gold pieces.
Ooh,
Uh,
it's not a
there is
marble, is it?
doesn't look like it. Looks more like diamond shaped.
Tits.
But as you sift through the body, doesn't seem doesn't seem like they're holding many items of magic, except there is. My God, you find a pouch, a belt pouch, and as Rufus tries to tug on it, it opens, and you see a glittering diamond worth 500 gold pieces inside. Which, yeah, it's quite expensive.
Rufus is very unmaterialistic. The pouch looks cool.
Okay, cool.
No, Rufus, stop fucking around with the pouch. I mean, keep the diamond, but and you can have the pouch. No marbles. No marbles. Okay.
It loosens the pouch a bit, and you can, as it's jostling it, there does seem to be the sound of something else crystalline in there. It's kind of rattling around with the diamond as well.
Okay, just bring the whole pouch.
Sure. It snatches it and brings it back. And as it opens it up, you see inside, and if you emptied out the diamond, there is indeed another 2 1-inch diameter crystals.
Two
One is dark.
marbles.
Yep. One is dark blue and one is vibrant purple.
Oh, Rufus, you little gem, you. Here, I keep the gems. I give Rufus the pouch, and he chews on it. Stupid bird.
Love it. Well, there you go, another 2.
So just
That-
one more.
Brings us to 8.
I think it brings you to 9.
9.
Yes.
Okay, so if the what they called the people who were here before, the
Yellow banner.
the Yellow Banner, they found some of these things. Have we seen any more corpses that we haven't checked over?
Carrick says the only other one would be the goat-legged man.
The goat-legged man.
Yeah, the one that's the staff that Iku has. And Iku says, "Oh, this one," and she turns back into her human form. She's been like this for a while now, you know. But as she turns back into Iku, the Choltian female, she looks a little different. You mean this one? And she holds out the staff.
What do you mean she looks a little different?
It's really hard to see the artwork, isn't it? But they have on their head 2 horns protruding from their scalp, and their feet have changed as well. They're no longer human.
Oh,
They look like hooves.
Look down at your feet.
What? Ah! I up Teo's belly. What the? What has happened to me? The staff, it is cursed. She just drops it to the floor suddenly and backs away.
oh, Iku.
This is unnatural.
Well,
Not to make it worse, but you also have horns.
She freaks out, just like screaming a little bit.
do you feel
I knew-
okay aside from being freaked out about the horns and stuff? Because it might not be the end of the world.
I feel fine, I suppose.
Okay, then let's
I'm
calm
not
down.
turning into a
Okay.
serpent, not a goat.
Yes, well, this is definitely an improvement.
What? What do you?
Yes, serpents are disgusting. So,
Oh, right. I thought you meant over my human form.
no, I mean, I guess if you're into that, but yeah, not really my wheelhouse. Furries or women. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a lovely 10 minutes or so and ritually cast Identify.
Okay.
We're going to figure out what's up with this curse,
Right.
and then we'll go from there.
All right. She kind of kicks it towards you a little bit with her hoof. And as you begin to cast Identifies, everyone else going to be on the lookout for any potential threats.
Yeah, I'll keep
Yeah.
an eye out.
Okay, so Staff of Striking has currently got a good few charges left. However, it has an additional effect. It transforms anyone attuned to it into a goat humanoid hybrid over the course of 3 days. And after you've spent about 2 long rests, I would say at this point the effects weren't visible after the first one, especially since Iku on her normal art wears like a headband over her head where the 2 nubbins would have been. And she's been in her coatal form for the last day, and so it's only now you kind of see the full manifestation. However, there is one thing: randomly, tieflings are immune to the curse. But throughout the first day, it seems as though shaggy fur would begin to grow over them. After the 24 hours, their eyes would become goat-like, and stumpy horns sprout from their brow. And the last day, their fingers, toes meld into double digits. The horns grow to full length, and the transformation doesn't prevent the character from wielding or casting any spells. But you do know a remove curse, greater restoration, or any other effect that ends a curse does restore them back to their original appearance. But only a wish can get rid of the staff of its power to transform those attuned to it. That's it. There's no more adverse effect. Wait,
Well,
yes?
Good news is, you'll be fine. A bit goaty, but we can remove that with a, what did you say, remove curse spell?
Yeah, or greater restoration. She could actually remove it herself. She realizes this herself. She's like, oh, it's just a curse. Well, of course it's a curse, but I can get rid of it. That is fine. But I think perhaps we should hold on to such spells in case it needed. All right.
Yes, and just remembering that you have greater restoration, which is super handy, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you're a goat and stuff, but
I am.
Revire and Ignir took a bit of a beating from that there golem. And I don't know if maybe that's going to help with their HP thing, unless that's just a death curse thing, in which case, never mind.
I can have a look at you. Iku comes over, clops over towards you, and gives you a little inspection. Hmm. Okay. Well, good news is you're not under the effects of the death curse itself. But to truly know whether our hit points return, we would need to take a long rest. But this life-draining effect is obviously very potent whilst this is active. Hmm. And now, I say we press on. There could be more creatures that reduce your life. If so, I could do them all in one. It's impossible to know for certain.
Yes. Okay, so it's fair to assume that the next spirit god thing is behind the eye door. I just need that last bloody marble.
Locate object on Carrick and run it around the floor for a bit. 10 minutes.
Oh my. Yeah, you can have a little look around. So, as Is this just a sweeping check of the whole floor, effectively?
Hang on, I'll do. It's going to emanate. Was it 30 feet?
Yep. It does. What are you talking about? These objects?
Yes.
I think it's 1,000 feet.
A
Yeah.
1,000 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, fine then.
Okay, so let's check here.
Okay, so go from the top.
Actually, is now a good time to like take a little break as well? I think it's about halfway.
Yeah.
Okay,
Gonna
so we'll
do some
say
laps
whilst the
with
group,
Carrick.
yeah, whilst the group are going to take a quick check around, making sure they've searched every inch and cranny of this place. We'll take a short rest and come back in about
See
5
you
or
guys
10. In a bit.
in a soon.
Bye. Okay. And welcome back to the Last Resort Company. So, the group, the party, they have scoured this place, going through every inch, checking their tracks. And as it turns out, it's all my fault. No, they actually did encounter an area where they would have found something. But I guess at this point, we'll say that Yasin, you were a little bit concerned about perhaps the situation you were in and didn't want to hang about. Do you remember the turning corridor which trapped you when you had just taken that thinning potion?
Oh yes, and I was goo.
You was, yeah. You just switched into a small, like 20-foot long crawl space.
That was
As it rotated,
here?
no, not that one. I'll move Jason all the way around so you can see. Effectively, as he was inside this tunnel and it rotated into place, you would have
Oh.
you would have remembered seeing a skeletal body in there. And at the mention of finding more corpses of the yellow banner, it clicks. You remember, ah, yes, there was a skeleton there. And going back, checking it out, you do find the dragonborn corpse of Cepharius, which is again one of the yellow banner members. And looting the body reveals several items of interest. So you find there is a +1 Yakua, which is one of those curved short, no, not a curved blade. It's kind of like a spear. It's like shortened.
Oh, an Icklewa.
Thank you. Yeah, Yakua.
So named because that's the noise it makes when you pull it out of a body.
Ooh, nasty.
Hmm.
Yakua. It is. Yeah, it's a short spear.
Oh, no.
You found a dungeoneering pack, a pouch containing 8 gold pieces, an ivory back scratcher shaped in a dinosaur claw.
This is
Very
funny,
nice.
but I throw it away.
Okay. Oh, I go 25 gold. And finally, a holy symbol of a hammet. And it seems as though someone was resting something on this holy symbol. The Bahamut is obviously called a silver dragon. They put something inside the mouth of the dragon. It is a red crystal eyeball, measuring 1 inch in diameter. And you freak out for a moment because of the same sort of shape and color of the eyeball that inflicted fear on you. But that fear has long since passed, and you've kind of recovered. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, you found it, and I'm going to drag you back. So, my bad for not remembering that the first time, but hey, I think it was good to kind of read it and just check everything was in its
Truth be
place.
told, I absolutely blanked the body. Could not remember that being there. So
Yeah, so you
we
was
would
in
have
a
been
trap.
wandering around for a very long time.
If I was me, right, and there was a trap that suddenly rotated around, I saw a skeleton, I'd be like, "Get me out, get me out," you know. So before some sort of poisonous gas goes off, or like worse. Yeah, there you go. You found all 10 eyeballs on the Vault of Reflections.
Score. Okay, well, should we go and save this final? Not final, but one of the final spirit
Shortcut.
gods.
Have a shortcut.
Seems reasonable.
Warp.
Giving you a shortcut. So they crawl back through the space and over the platforms and finally make it back to the statues and that corridor, the one filled the brim with blinking eyeballs and purple sludge. Vaughn squeezes his way across. There we go.
Okay, so
And
is there some kind of order to...
is there any order? You can try and figure one out. Roll me a little investigation check.
The holes aren't like red or anything. You know, they aren't like color coded.
They do not appear to be, no. The only thing of interest is this mirror that showed some sort of potential illusion magic last time, but the gems remain kind of non-magical as you place them in. The only difference is that reflection slightly aging more and more. Last time you saw a wrinkle, now you see your hair kind of turning grey, your eyes getting kind of more sunken. As if you're placing every crystal in,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Finally, the last crystal was placed within, and you hear a clicking noise and the grinding of stone reveals the door is opening. And the reflection at the last moment, as you kind of place the last one in, it goes from a very old Yasin, possibly the end of their elvish lifespan, maybe 900 years old. I would say that at this point, probably the skin kind of falls away, the muscle deteriorates, and you're just a complete skeleton in the reflection. But you see, it doesn't seem as though you have any horrible effects on your actual body. You just look completely skeletal in the reflection. Just finally, that door has disappeared. The door grinding comes to a halt, and the chamber remains open henceforth. The vault door reveals a domed, candle-lit room, 50 feet high. Polished marble floor is so perfectly reflective that it creates the illusion of standing at the entrance to a sphere. There are 9 alcoves all around the edge of the wall, each one of them glittering with treasure. And in the middle of the chamber is a large spherical object, and it hovers underneath a black silk drape, some 20 feet above the floor. That's everything.
Can I get Rufus over here?
Yes, I'll drag them. There we go.
Check it out, boy. Before he does that, check the doorway for traps.
Give me a perception check. Natural 20. Okay. Ta-da. So, doesn't appear to be any traps, and the way this locking mechanism fit into place, it seems as though the door is firmly locked. The candles around the room, I will say, because you rolled literally a natural 20, there's something a little odd. In fact, this is why you realize it's odd, because Rufus disappears as soon as he walks into the room.
Oh,
It was Rufus looked around and saw that the candles are lit in perfectly evenly spaced alcoves, except for the bottom two to the left and right of the door. As soon as they noticed that, is the moment in which Rufus vanished.
and he's gone. It's not like he's invisible. He's out.
You feel his presence has been whisked away.
Well, that's not reassuring. Did he take damage, or was he just sort of...
Nope, didn't take
Gone.
damage. Gone. I'll let you roll an Arcana check if you want.
Oh, for shizzle.
Something is up. You understand in an
27.
area of that's amazing. And with an area of anti-magic, summoned creatures disappear.
Fuck. Okay. There's no traps, at least. With this...
You would also, at this
with-
point, you would also understand that those candles are continual flames. So that
So
explains why they have
right.
come.
So with all the evidence that has been presented before us, I kind of have a solid idea of what's going on.
Yep.
Can I make a Arcana check to get Yasin up to speed?
I would say yes, you can. all the clues have been presented. A
Oh,
well-known.
fuck you.
And we're
Okay.
still in the
I don't know, aliens.
What?
Aliens, alright. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yasin, I'll just pause you there for a moment. This is what you see around the room. Tell me if you can actually notice it in player. Did you see what happened?
I didn't see what happened. Oh, the
Replay
lights
it.
turned off.
Hands at home. Effectively, those candles went out.
Gotcha.
Yep. Stuff one by one. The vanishing flames fill those alcoves into a shadow.
And then I'm
Meanwhile,
gonna
the one over here
relight.
relight.
Okay, and I sort of dump, head back over this way.
Okay. Once again, reigniting 1, 2, 3. As 1, 2, 3 candles, they disappear and
Is-
snuff out.
Is the silk drape like moving as this happens?
It remains motionless.
What was in that dungeon kit?
Oh, Dungeoneer is back. All the usual. Rope, bedroll, torches,
Okay.
crowbar as well, I think.
I'm gonna take that rope. I'm gonna. By the way, I feel a little bit alone in here. I don't know if any of you actually want to.
yep. Sorry. Come on.
You know, I just don't want to.
No.
Okay.
It's cool.
I don't want to die alone.
No, that's fine.
I'm
We'll
gonna
die
take that
together.
rope. I'm gonna.
Oh god. Okay, one sec. There's something else is happening here. So, as Ignir and Ravai and all everyone else are entering, I'll just put you back down to here. Oh boy. There is a sensation as though. Hold on. Let me just check something. I need to read it because the spell is an odd one. There it is. I want to know if it just suppresses. So, travel creature. Okay, Rufus is back, is what I wanted to tell you.
What?
Yep. Where is he? Rufus appears exactly the same place he left as you kind of go up to this point, yes, and over here.
Rufus, you're back.
Rufus flapping around, looks bewildered and confused.
You and me both, bud.
Mm-hmm. That's the first thing that happens. And Vaughn and Iku, they're catching up, right? I'm gonna grab them. They're coming in as well. Let's move you guys forward. You're all entering. Back up, Yasin. So the whole pie is in here now at this point. There you go. And you was heading that way. There we go. Okay. And I just want to share some artwork as well of effectively what it looks like. There is no official art, but I did find something that kind of at least gives you an idea. So this floor is so perfectly reflective that you kind of look like you're in a sphere. And the
Ooh.
ceiling itself is also domed in such a way as well.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit trippy. And Ravai, you can see all the way to the top of it as well. It's not too far out. It's a sphere. You can judge it's about 25 foot. Yeah, 25 foot up to the ceiling. And that orb, or whatever it is, draped in silk, is hanging from about the 20-foot mark.
Okay.
Okay.
The orbit, the stuff draped in silk isn't moving.
Yeah, there's no movement coming from it.
So I want to take that rope.
Yep.
And I want to start swinging it over my head in as
Gotcha.
wide an arc as I can.
All right. And also at this point, the spirits all communicate with you. Impulsive Kubazan. Whatever that thing is hiding under there, you should attack it without warning or negotiation. Show it true strength. And Reckless Wongo urges Carrick. What the hell? Okay. He says, actually, no, he doesn't say anything yet. He's probably with Cooper's eye. He's like, yeah, do it. Smash it. Destroy it. And as for you, Yasin, at this point, as you're swinging the rope, hurling it around back and forth, Bachelor says, or rather, Onto should say, there's no sarcophagus in here.
That's a good point. It's not.
This is a waste of time.
That's a
Let's
good point.
descend to the lower levels and find my kin. That is everything the spirits tell you guys. And that is as you're spinning the rope, throwing it above your head.
Can I roll a willpower check?
You can, as I've mentioned before, these guys aren't gonna force you to do
No,
anything.
I
But
know.
if you do act on their urges, then I'll give you inspiration because you're acting and leaning into the fact that you're being possessed.
Yeah, I
But
know.
if you want to roll
It's-
it for your own decision making, that's fine as well. And I'll say that the DC is the same as which you are when you're possessed, right?
Mhm.
So
What's that? 16?
it's something like that. Let me find it. The DC is a charisma save of 16. So if you want to roll a wisdom save of 16, you can. Okay,
Oh,
then
it's
Revire.
tempting.
You're kind of urged to do this. You're not forced to. That's all I'll say.
I'm gonna like hold my hands very tightly behind my back, like, no, we're not doing it. I've given it the other times. We'll wait and see.
Okay. Showing hesitation. Which is
Restraint.
unlike Kubazan. Unlike a trickster god. So as well as the light going out continuously, I guess they finally settle around difficult to tell when you've got vision. Someone's granting actual light. Oh, that's another thing. I think it's Carrot. Yes, it is. So let me just get rid of it because right now his coin, the one he usually lights up, is not emitting any light.
Okay. So I've
Can I
done
just
a
take
full.
a few steps?
Go on, Eggy.
Sorry, what was that?
I was just gonna say I was just gonna take a few steps away when I noticed Carrick's coin go out.
Hmm. You notice this, Ignir, as you move away, the candle behind you snuffs out, and then about 6 seconds later, it reignites, and the light around Carrick's coin disappears once again as it flickers on and off. And Rufus also disappears for a moment
Ah,
and
damn it.
then reappears again. Keeps on coming in and out.
So at this point, I've done like a full loop with
Yeah.
the rope.
You have. Oh, sorry. You're doing it around what exactly?
Let's say I'm swinging the rope out in like it's 50 feet, so half it, and I'll
Yep.
do like a 25-foot radius. And then I essentially just walked around this
Okay.
circle to see if I hit anything.
No, you do not.
Okay. That gives us two options. Either there's something under the thingy, or it's up high. Because it can see in a 360-degree radius, so it's not in one of the alcoves.
Can I step opposite the group? I mean, it seems like it in the thing in the middle, whatever this is, that we totally don't know.
It does feel like you are being watched. Like that much is obvious. Something is in here, and it seems as though its eyes were following Yasin for the most part. It seems as though it's come to rest on the majority of the group, Ravaya, Carrick, even the Shield Guardian.
I,
Did I?
Oh, and yeah, sorry, go on, Ravaya.
So is the Carrick's like light thing snuffed out? So is the candle behind him?
So is the candle behind him, yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
If I go and stand with Carrick,
Mm-hmm.
I would be invisible. Do I still feel like I'm being watched if I move out of sight? Because there's no
Hard to
light there.
tell if you're being watched or not, but it doesn't.
also, would you even be able to go invisible?
It's not a spell, I suppose.
Oh, it's your class
But
feature.
Yeah.
magical.
Can you read it for me, your feature?
Of course I can. Let me just grab the exact weighting. Crap, what is it?
It's
You are adept at evading creatures that rely on dark vision. While in darkness, you are invisible to any creature that relies on dark vision to see you in that darkness.
yes, it's not magical. It's not
Right.
magical invisibility. Okay, so it's hard to know if you are not seeing because you can't see the thing seeing you.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't tell you if you are invisible or not, but the only way, surefire way to know is by actually rolling a dice roll, I guess. But like, trying to hit something.
Yeah.
Then you would know because I would say, yeah, with advantage. But it's
I
hard to tell.
I have a plan.
Yeah.
Sure.
I stand over here on this side of the room, and I say, "You are my fire, the one desire," etc., etc., until it becomes impossible, basically impossible, for anything present in the room to not finish.
Oh, yes, of course. Wait, no. Roll deception. Yeah.
I'm gonna-
If this works, you sing that one tune, the bardic sing-along song that can.
Ah!
No.
Oh
We're
no!
so close to Brooklyn
That's such a
Nine-Nining
good
it.
I love that episode. Oh man! Oh no! You did not hear anything to respond. If anything, I should just open fire for that natural.
Whatever it is, it doesn't have a heart.
It doesn't.
Sorry.
Almost genius. Oh man!
Well, it was genius. The dice
Like-
just didn't like it.
No.
I guess with the dice didn't want to have to
I'll tell
wrangle
you
with
what,
the
maybe-
meta implications
I
of
feel like it should have
knowing if the
advantage
Backstreet Boys
because
exist in this universe.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Everyone can roll initiative. Is what can happen after that display. We're doing it. Yeah, I can go.
That was such a good idea.
It was. Didn't turn out that way though. God damn it. Okay. And then finally, I'll let Rufus roll. He is in the turn order, but he's currently Rufus is currently available. I'll tell you something. It definitely concentrates its focus on you because the two candles behind you have snuffed out, and Carrick's light has reignited. So at the top of the round, everyone is surprised except this creature, and for its action, you start to see the black drape begin to slip away. It doesn't look like someone's grabbed it. It just looks like it's being sort of pushed by something, potentially even telekinetic, because it just slips away and like hovers for a moment and then slips to the floor, revealing. Let's get it out. There it is. Revealing a dark sphere of iron. It appears to be about 6 feet in diameter, and it continues to float above the floor. As soon as this sphere is revealed, it suddenly emits a magical magnetic field, pulling everything that is metallic straight towards it. So,
Even magical stuff?
even magical metallic things? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Well taken.
So everyone feels this pull, except I think not everyone's wearing metal. I know E2 is not, and potentially Yasin because you're only using a bone whip now.
Yeah.
But any kind of metallic object that are being worn or carried start to feel a pull towards it. Even the shield guardian over here, Ignir especially, because you're wearing a breastplate. Raval, you're wearing leather, aren't you?
Yeah, just a
Yep.
bit of leather.
So your short swords and everything else start to rattle in their sheaths and are pulled towards it,
Yep.
and carried as well. So, this is how it goes. Each creature in the room wearing metal can roll me. I think it's a strength saving throw. Go with. Where is it? Wait, there is no save.
What?
That feels unruly. I'll give you a strength saving throw. Ignite and I guess Horn as well. Oh wow, jeez, 19. Okay, so I'm gonna say at the start of every, start of the layer action, like initiative count 20, you're gonna have to repeat this save. But for now, Ignite, you remain stalwart and you're holding back as this magnetic pull is scraping you across the ground. Let's go with good old Vaughn. That is a fail, however, and Vaughn is immediately he is immediately stopped straight towards it with a heavy. He's trying to struggle, and as he does, he just kind of makes a rattle. But yeah, he's firmly restrained. He's even sideways from the force that pulled him. God knows how Ignir is holding when Vaughn didn't. But okay, that's on initiative count 20, effectively. After that, we actually go back to the top of the round. So that was its surprise round. Wait, was it? Yeah, it's gonna be the surprise round. I'm gonna say. And what else should we do? Yes, and yeah, you can still see the candles behind you are unlit. And yeah, you may even hear a voice at this point. It says, in common. Yeah, that's good. Common. Yes.
You seem like a fool.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it kind of got a little distorted there.
Yeah, a little.
I said, you sing like a flump.
I sing like a flumph. Flumps are adorable, you heartless monster. Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
I think I know where he is. He doesn't seem to be attacking us, so I'm
Oh, Carrick needs to roll one. Okay, do
not
that.
going to attack first.
Yep, Carrick's stuck as well.
Balls.
I
No
would have.
one knows dispel magic, do they?
Hmm. I think one of you does maybe. Maybe.
What was this? Ah, Carrick
Yes,
knows
Carrick
it.
has it.
And
Carrick
it's
has it.
prepared.
Yep.
Within range, 120 feet. Okay. Okay. I'm going to hold my action. I'd like to cast a... Do you want me to specify the spell? And just say I'd like to cast a spell as and when.
Yes, I would like to specify.
I will cast Vitriolic Spear the second we see where this thing is.
Okay. All right. Gonna end your turn. I
Bonus
think.
action,
Or
I would Blade Song.
Blade Song is up. All right. Carrick's go. All right. Once again, kind of let's Jaeger Carrick here. What does he want to do?
Carrick is going to cast Dispel Magic.
And which effect is he trying to get? 8.
Oh, you can only pick one. Ah. Let's this. I'm assuming it's invisibility. I hope it's not etherealness or some shit. Do I have to specify that? I think so.
Let's have a look at the magic on the spell magic.
Any spell of a third level lower target ends. A spell of. Oh,
Within range. It's a magical effect within range, so he doesn't even need to see it. So he can try to dispel, and even a creature. So if he wants to try and target the creature that he knows is somewhere within this chamber, and it's got a 120-foot reach, it will allow him to try and concentrate on whatever is making that thing. Maybe it's invisibility, maybe it's not. If he wants to try it, then he can do it.
that would be my suggestion.
Okay. All right. He is currently stuck and restrained on the metallic pole. But yeah, he kind of like reaches forward with his hand, trying to do the somatic components. So let's just check. Any attack made? Okay. Okay. Let's check anything else. No, it doesn't look like it's stopping you from casting spells. So you can absolutely cast the spell magic, and he kind of aims it upwards to perhaps where this thing might have been, where the drape kind of got slipped off. And as he does so, ooh, it doesn't look like there is a save. Like he doesn't need to roll a check or anything. Weird. Didn't anticipate this
Snuff that.
because he's technically not even concentrating on a spell. Ah man, always throwing me curveballs, guys. So the reason is because he didn't put invisibility on himself. That secret doesn't really matter at this point. Tell you what, he can roll me a check because yeah, there is a check involved. Go ahead. You have to roll his wisdom.
Just a check.
Yeah, it's got to be a check to do the dispel magic. And I just found there is a DC. There it is.
Fuck.
It's not enough unless he's got any lucky. Can you do that on a check? Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Oh, he is lucky.
You're gonna have to do it.
Fun.
Go ahead, re-roll it.
Oh, come on. Fuck.
10 to 15. It's up to you if you want to spend some more luck or not.
You can. I think you can only spend one.
Really? I've seen it. Oh, okay, I'll check. Okay. Might be.
Yeah, please. One luck point
Hello.
to roll an additional.
Yeah.
Hey.
You might be right. If multiple groups can one the same roll, they cancel out, resulting in no additional dice. You're right. You can only reroll once. Heartbreaking. But that is not enough to dispel the magical effect. You can sense it is there. And at this point, you even hear kind of laughter. And once again, the creature is somewhere in the room. His voice kind of echoes ominously.
When I hear the laughter, can I just throw it off anyway? The vitriolic sphere.
Vitriolic sphere. Yes, you can, yeah.
Sarah permanently imbued me with invisibility. It's going to be a very tough magic user to be able to beat out the great lich's spells.
Keep talking.
He's going to roll was it a con save? Or a dex save for the spear?
It is a dexterity saving throw on a 20-foot radius sphere,
Okay.
which I'll just sort of like put up in the center.
Okay, gotcha. Let's do it.
I'm not going to place the measured spell slot.
Dave coming right out. That is a success, but he does take half. And you do hear the sound. That burns.
Do we see any steam?
I would say so. At this point, you've definitely caught it in that blast. There's the smell of burning flesh, and even the scent, like the effect where the acid hits. You can see some sort of spherical outline, and it spins around. Wait a second, yes, and you're inside the. I just realized you're inside the anti-magic field. You cannot physically touch. It's just.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just realized that entirely. He was looking at you the whole damn time.
My bad.
Sorry. God. Oh, I can't throw another wrench. If anything, you can't even hold a spell whilst you're
Yeah.
because you wouldn't be able to concentrate on it.
Oops.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me just check what happens. I think it does use up the spell. Let me find out. We always forget things.
I feel like Yasin would know he wouldn't be able to cast it.
Okay. Found it. Does another magic like after the press. A slot expended to cast it is consumed. Yeah. So you would have when time came to sort of like try to cast a spell, you realize at this point it is completely expended.
I feel like Yasin would know if the candles were out behind him that he wouldn't be able to cast it. But that's down to you.
Okay. Well, you have to pay attention to that because it's impossible to know where there is anti-magic because it's invisible. The only clue is the candle. And from your vision, there is candles unlit on that side. I'm gonna say, where's the on your part? Oh, like let's get rid of your vision. No, you haven't got any vision. Yeah, you're not exuding light. You're fine. There is any clues going forward. Magic cannot work. It is going to be those candles. So I'm afraid it takes no damage in this case. The spell, the sizzle. You do hear a laughter, and you can tell he's definitely above the orb. There is some voice hovering up there. Attack with disadvantage if you want, but he is still invisible, and he is still a menace. All right, head down. character. Sorry, Igni. No, his
So-
character again. Wait, what's going on? Igni. Sorry, I got confused because you're holding your action. It's Igni's go.
So, looking around, the candles only behind the two behind Jason are out.
Correct.
Okay. I, not knowing exactly what this, or Ignir not knowing exactly what this is going to hurl a ball of pinkish energy up into the ceiling, where the voice is coming from.
Okay.
I would like to cast Synaptic Static.
Alright. Intelligence saves, yeah?
Sadly, yes. Oh,
Natural
that is a
20.
garbage roll. Holy.
And I natural 20 as well. Oh. Okay, it does still take half.
A
I'm
whopping
mistaken.
9 points of psychic damage for a 5th level spell slot. Yes.
Oof.
Yeah.
Look at all those twos.
How brazen of you to waltz into my domain and employ magic against me?
I would like to take a few steps away from Jason towards the wall.
Alright. That is your turn. Okay. God damn. Let's go down to its go.
Oh,
Oh boy.
oh no.
So the first thing we're going to do is turn around and move. This is what happens to the candles. And after that, you hear something wriggling and writhing around. And suddenly you do see this rays of energy spout out in different directions around the room. One of them aimed at Ignir, one of them aimed at Yasin. And let's roll, see what we get. At this point, any guesses around as to what creature this would have been? Probably revealed. This is a beholder, and it is aiming one eye ray towards. There it is. It's probably D10. The number 40 Yasin is Death Ray. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Good lord.
Oof.
That is a failure. And you are so lucky that you have a trickster god that does this. So, first of all, we're gonna roll damage. Yep, that would have killed you.
Jesus Christ.
That would have actually killed you just then. But this damage, this necrotic energy that washes through your body, you hear the bachelor say,
No! No! This is not how you die. I didn't pull you back from death just to have you disintegrate into pieces, not to have your soul ripped away.
and the bachelor is going to half the lethal damage to
Oh,
20,
fuck.
27. And if you'd have hit 0, that would have killed you.
My heart is like in my throat.
Okay, the next one I rolled was a 4, and that's going towards Ignir. This is another dexterity saving throw. Okay,
Okay,
Is-
cool.
that is fail. You feel your time around you slows. The flames around you are flickering faster. In fact, everyone else is moving extremely fast. But to you, you try to move your body, and it doesn't respond as quickly as what you'd expect. You are under the effects of the slow spell. Your speed is halved, and you can't take reactions. And on your turn, you can either take an action, a bonus action, or I think that's it. You can't take both. Okay, you repeat the save at the end of your turn to remind you. And the last ray is going to go at Iku, because she is also a potential target. She's just outside of the cone. I just rolled a goddamn 10 again. Okay, I have to re-roll duplicate. Oh, I have to re-roll duplicate. Let's try again. It's going to be one thing, I know it. Just don't know what. Jesus. 9. Okay, 9. It is... Oh god, not a good one. Re-roll.
Oh.
Okay. Fails. It takes...
Bleh.
Oh, God. Yeah, that sounds nasty as well. ND8. Wow, did I just roll? No, I completely muffed it. Excuse me, while I roll the correct amount of damage. There we go, 31. She's still alive. She, however, sees this horrific sound. It sounds like a vacuum, and immediately striking through her leaves like this gaping hole in her shoulder, taking 31 points of force damage, as she was nearly disintegrated then. She is still alive. Oh boy, that's going to end its go. You know where these beams are coming from. They're floating in this space above the floor, 20 feet up or higher. So the first turn of combat. Well, it was the first turn of combat. Oh, he surprised you. So you fucking didn't get your Gloomstalker shit. Sorry,
That's
man.
okay.
That
No,
sucks.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, we know where it's coming from. Since I know where it's coming from, it won't be with disadvantage, right?
Okay. Because you are technically in darkness. You have advantage.
I can't
So
really
this is cancelled out by the fact that it's invisible.
Hmm. Hmm.
So you have straight hits. Yeah.
I'm going to do something else. I'm going to move
Okay.
out the darkness, so my hits will be with disadvantage, right?
Yeah, they will be, yes.
That's
But
fine.
your attacks are now magical. If you want to go, which way are you moving?
This way. No.
Okay.
This way.
Out that way.
So, because that big
Right.
metallic ball thing, I'm guessing Colin and Pleb Sword are just like attached to the ball. Because I would have been dragged towards it.
Colin, no, after reading it, it is just people who are wearing metal armor. You can feel them pulling towards the ball, but it is not out of your grasp. You can grip them before they fly away. So yeah, it's just people wearing metal armor.
Totally fine. So, gonna pull out my bow and a pissed off badger arrow and try and line it up and cast lightning arrow.
Lightning arrow. Okay. You can roll to hit with a disadvantage. I know you haven't got anything to target, but
Oh yeah,
that's a little bit tricky for this fight. They're probably going to remain invisible for a while. Oh no,
15?
you hit. You hit. Wait.
Yep.
No, sorry. No, you don't.
Nah.
I was reading the wrong thing. It is a miss. It kind of goes wide and hits the back.
It's cool. It takes half as much damage on a miss.
Oh shit. Okay. So roll the damage.
Okay, that's fine. So it'll take 5,
Mm,
and
5 lightning.
it'll also
First blood, I think. This thing. No, taking some psychic damage as well. 9 psychic from earlier. That's good.
so and then yes. So cool.
Is that an action to do that?
Mm-hmm. It's just casting
Okay.
a spell. Wait, no, that's
Alright
just
then.
a bonus action. It's just a bonus action.
Hey, you got 2 more attacks?
I can do more
No,
shit.
sorry, 1 more attack.
I can do more shit. It's fine. It's okay.
Just keep shitting.
16.
I'm afraid there's another miss.
Okay.
It goes wide.
Yeah. Fuck you. Being invisible is my thing. Yeah. That's all I could do.
Alright. In that case, going down to EQ. She kind of like stumbles away in pain from that horrific attack. I think she's gonna need to. Oh boy. Maybe she blesses the party, as there's a lot of saves going around. I think that's going to be a good shout. We're going to target you three who turned up to the session. No, it doesn't want to. I don't want to make it sound like that. But anyway, let's Justin, Provire, Igni. You've all got D4s to your rolls. I think you're in range, aren't you? 30 feet. No, she does need to move forward a little bit just to hit Igni. And after that, she's going to back away and let her go. Rufus, he's technically not in the anti-magic, so he can help someone.
He's gonna help. Can you get around to Revire without getting bounced out?
Yep, he flew around rather than through. Okay.
Then he's gonna help Revire.
Okay. Vaughn is completely stuck to this thing.
Did you get to
Let me
reattempt
see
the
if-
save?
Let's find out.
And if he
Okay.
is stuck, he's going to try and attack the magnetic
sphere
thing.
itself.
He'll be doing so at disadvantage.
Okay. It does appear he is completely stuck.
As in, can't make attack stuck or just restrained?
He is restrained and cannot pull from it, but he can try to attack it with disadvantage.
Okay.
Hey Chris, it's Ian here.
Oh, hey.
Hi, Ian.
Is Vorn, since he's a magical item creature? Is he in the anti-magic field, or is he able to do stuff?
He's actually within the magical field, yeah. So he can't cast spells right now.
But he is still up and about?
He's still alive, and he can still move, because technically he's not a summoned creature. He's just a
Right.
magical construct. So yeah, he can still move.
Both of
But if he's
those
got... Yep,
went to
15's a
15.
miss. And by miss, what I mean is he hits as hard as he can into the metal. It doesn't seem to leave a dent.
Okay. Then he gets to do that again.
Okay?
22.
That is actually a hit. And with
7.
it, you see a small crack here in the iron. But it doesn't look like it's gonna take more than just 1 or 2 hits. It looks incredibly sturdy.
So,
Yeah. So that's gonna end his go.
I am not in the anti-magic field, going by the candles.
Nope, not anymore.
I once more vitriolic sphere.
Okay. You can aim it upwards and probably hit him if you're just aiming around
Right
in
up.
the center. Yep, that will hit. I guess I'm rolling the old dex. Is it dex? It is.
It is Dex, yeah.
Okay.
That
I
ain't gonna
failed.
cut it.
Nope.
So he's
It
taking
is-
23 acid damage and then 16 acid damage next round.
Oh. Okay, that's gonna hurt.
And I have acid damage from last turn to take on his turn.
No, my
Yeah.
first one
Never
didn't
hit
go
it.
off.
Oh, didn't go off. That was
Yeah.
sorry.
Tried to cast inside the anti-magic and it just is the order.
Sorry.
All right.
Confused.
That's all right. So it's on it now, and it's gonna slowly burn him away unless he takes an action to get rid of it. Is that correct? Or is there any way to get rid
No,
of it?
it's just taking it. Suck it.
A failed save takes that. Okay, cool. Then no worries. All right, let's keep going down the turn order and see what happens. Carrick is up, and you're attached to the iron sphere.
Yeah, and in the anti-magic.
and you're in the anti-magic. Yeah, you're in the worst possible situation.
Great,
now.
great. Is the thing that's holding me to the sphere just the breastplate?
Yes.
And that would take a while to doff.
For medium armors, normally does take a while. I can check because it might be a very
Yeah.
doffing and donning armor. Here we go. It's actually
think
got
it
a
takes a
section for
while.
it.
Yeah, I think it takes like a minute.
To doff
or 5
armor
minutes.
takes like 10 minutes. I think? No,
Okay.
medium armor is 1 minute.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. And so am I like, and I'm like fully like magnetically pinned to it, like, or can I like pivot around on the?
You're magnetically pinned. But you can still move around. Like you can't move around, but you can move your arms. Just your chest is only in place. So being restrained, your speed is 0. You can still move around your arms and legs.
And is the mace, the mace of terror, is that also like clang pinned to it? Is it all metal or is it just
It is metal,
non-magical?
but as you pull it away with your arm, you are just able to bring it back for a swing potentially. But it's going to be really tough. You'll have disadvantage on the swing.
Okay. That's not great. Okay. And then very, very last question. Anti-magic, that also counts for like channel divinity stuff, right? Like divinity stuff is magic.
Yeah, normally. But if it doesn't say magic in the description, then you can get away with it. It literally goes off by, is there the keyword magical in it? If
Ooh.
it doesn't, then it goes straight through an anti-magic field.
I've got a quick question,
Yep.
and this is entirely on your discretion. But the vitriolic sphere, would you say it's kind of covered him in like acid steam? Can we see like the vague
outline of a
Yeah.
melted beholder? Sure, I'll give the viewers. The creature hidden behind this illusionary mask is clearly something spherical. There
follow-up
are
question?
writhing tendrils and eye stalks burning away.
Would then Wongo's stun attack be able to pop off, being that how he can see it and it's a psionic ability?
Yes, psionic is actually not magical, funnily enough.
Great. I will
I
do
will
that.
say that you do need to see the creature, right? Let me check.
Yep.
Yeah, you do need to see it.
Is an outline enough of seeing, or
Yeah, you do need to see it. So right now, there's an outline and a dripping bit of acid. You cannot physically see the actual creature. So I'm going to say, nope, you cannot try to stun it.
Gotcha.
All right. I will try to cast, even if it doesn't work, I'll cast Channel Divinity, Read Thoughts.
Okay. That will work because it's not magical.
And it's Wisdom 17.
DC Wisdom 17, coming right up. Here it is. 20. Dirty 20.
Rough. And then as my bonus action, I will hold casting Spiritual Weapon till I feel like that maybe when I get a sense that maybe I'm not in the anti-magic field.
Okay. All right.
It's a bonus action.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't know if you can hold bonus action, but I'll let you know in subsequent rounds if you can try to do that.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
That is rather entertaining. To think you could manipulate the great bell cords. You are a fool.
Go down the turn. It is now Igni's go.
So how far up is this wonderful sphere of floating flesh and tentacles?
It's some 20 foot up. Actually kind of in line with the sphere itself, but it does remain invisible. You can see an outline where the ash is burning on it.
So would it be visible enough that I can use Hexblade's Curse on it?
Depends if you need to see the creature or not.
It does say I need to be able to see.
Then no.
Okay, that kind of sucks. 1 second.
All you see is acid on it.
Would it be? Can I like kick off and start to kind of float a little up with levitate,
Yeah, you can.
and then I guess I'll just loose 2 Eldritch Blasts at it because I can't do anything else.
Alrighty. You go up 20 foot?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just... No, just a quick check. That and that evocation spell, no, was it? Have you always got it on? Like, is it just an at-will kind of thing? Or
It's
do you
an
actually have to use that?
invocation.
Yeah, I get that this is an invocation, but is it a one you actually activate as an action?
No, I guess I had been trying to use it pretty much nonstop.
Okay, yeah,
Just
sure.
because of all the goo everywhere.
Sure. All right, we'll say you've been concentrating on it this whole time then. Okay, so you levitate up and you've actually just hit it with a 10 force damage blast. Was even disadvantaged, so yeah, good shot. The other one, the first one, missed though. And I'll say that it strikes into one of the candles at the back with a natural one. It's kind of knocking it over. Now you're unsure if it's looking in that direction or not at any point. Okay. That's going to end your go. And bring it around to his.
Look at you all, scurrying around like rats. Should be careful not to slip.
No idea what that meant, but he is going to continue to fire off some rays. And let's see where we end up aiming this as well.
Oh, I had to keep save for slow again. Sorry. That was what save was it again?
It's a wisdom save at the end of your turn. That is still a fail. You're under the effects of slow.
You have bless.
You do have bless. Yeah, go ahead. Roll a
Also,
d4
you have bless on the.
on the natural one.
Oh yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah. 1 to a 15 is still unfortunately not a save. You're still slowed. Okay. So let's start firing off beams. First of all, I need to determine which way it's going to be facing. At the start of each of its turns, it's going to aim the cone this way. Yeah. I would love to turn it on myself and get rid of the acid, but I don't think that's possible. So, in fact, we're going to just turn towards you. Yes.
Does
They're
that
gonna
mean
move.
the spiritual weapon goes off?
You can, on your subsequent turns, cast spiritual weapon, but I'm not going to say you can cast it as a held action because you use your
Gotcha.
held action to do channel divinity, right?
I use my action to do channel divinity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Do this. So it moves away, and it does take acid damage right now as well, doesn't it?
Yes, 16 points.
Thank you. Ouch. All right. You hear that sizzling sound, and it shakes off the acid. Some of it falls towards the floor, and it separates itself from that direction. Now we're gonna move. Okay. Okay. At this point, yeah, Rufus disappears.
Oh.
And the candles behind you, Yasin, flicker out.
Cool.
In fact, 150-foot cone. I think that's gonna hit this candle too. Jesus. Yep. So, and even if you could hold your action character cast spiritual weapon, you still wouldn't be able to use it because it feels as though magic ain't working in this place. Kept
Lovely.
his eye on you the whole time. All right, that's gonna end. Oh, movement, and it's Karen. Let's fire the rays. Ignir, you can take the first. Pick. You know how this goes. Roll me a strength. Wait, what? Really? Oh my god! Useless strength saving throw. This is so funny. Okay. You moved back down to the floor. As you are literally just levitated back down. You feel like a telekinetic grip pulls on you. In fact, at this point, I just forgot there's something else I need to roll for at the start of its turn. Can you roll again for the another strength save for the what's it called? That's the one. I was gonna say do so with disadvantage because you're also gripped by him. Actually, you know what? No, that's a bit harsh. Technically, there's a bit initiative count 20, so you don't have disadvantage yet. So you pass that, then he grips you and moves you anyway. Actually, this is how we do it. Yep. 30 foot towards the sphere, and you're pushed onto the sphere. Even though you felt like you were resisting it for so long, you feel this telekinetic grip yank you and slam you into it. So that's that. You're 20 foot up as well. And you are restrained regardless, because this thing actually grips you like that. Alright. After that, I guess the next one's going directly down. Yeah, Ravia, can you make me a dexterity saving throw with a d4 blessed?
Oof.
That's a
21.
success. Okay, that is a success. You're only taking 20 damage.
I'm
And
still down.
wait, what?
I had 14 hit points.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And you rolled a 9, you say?
Yeah.
Oh god. Ravia, you see this sickly ray of blackish energy fire down towards you. And as everyone witnesses Ravia, the magic affects them, first of all, deteriorating their skin, secondly, their flesh, and finally, their bones, as Ravia is reduced to ash. A grey dust filters through the chamber, and the last thing you would hear is perhaps a roar of Kubazan. The final ray cannot even hit anyone because no one else is in sight. Well, that's going to end his go.
I'm just gonna go grab a drink.
Okay. Iku comes back into the room after just casting the spell and looks to where Ravia once stood. And her heart sinks. She then immediately uses her action to teleport into a coatl. You can't do much else in this form. You're gonna need to fly up to it to get a good hit. And that's gonna end her turn. Rufus is unable to do anything on this turn. Shield Guardian, he can still try to thump away at the orb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He'll do that.
He bounds his fists against it as hard as he can. I'm afraid misses. Just can't seem to break this damn effect. Oh. Shit. You know what else I just remembered? Because I've actually just looked at the ball at this point. Yep, I kind of cucked myself. You can take back Vaughn's go, because this is actually different to what I remembered. When he looks at the sphere, it actually falls. There hasn't been any turns in between, has it? Ignore, technically. That's fine. You're not really affected anyway. You're levitating. The ball would actually fall down, and Carrick, you're actually no longer restrained at this point, and nor is Vaughn. You do take some fall damage. Man, I just kind of screwed myself. You take 11 points of fall damage, Carrick, as you land, and so does Vaughn. Completely forgot about that. Yeah, Vaughn is not even restrained, so he can take his action to do anything else he wants instead. Oh. I guess Ignore you would pull still, but you're not restrained either. You just pulled into the anti-magic and Phil, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, Ignore. Okay. Vaughn can do whatever he wants in this turn. He's
Turn now.
no longer
from last.
restrained. The orb also cracks the ground as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think he would just try to pull Carrick off the orb.
Okay. Alrighty. So then you're no longer restrained. You're kind of pulled up, picked up onto your feet. Wherever that creature is, it's floating up above the western side, and it seems to be looking directly at the orb where you are and where Vaughn is. It's not going to do anything.
Wait, so we're not so the anti-magic field basically stops it from being a magnet.
Correct. Yeah, you're no longer restrained. And
So
Vaughn is
Carrick
able to move around freely as well.
So Carrick would have been able to move last turn?
No, he's only moved. He's moved, and now it was. Nothing's changed actually in between that. He moved, he fired off an array at Ignir, pulling him into the anti-magic, so he only fell, and then he fired another ray directly down at Revire. And then that's it. That's all that's happened so far. You guys are free. At the moment, it moved and then fired the rays.
And then he will. Yeah, he's going to just. Who's looking pretty hurt there?
Yasin is very hurt.
Yeah, he'll let off that healing. His 4th level healing word that's stored in him at Yasin.
Okay. He can move and do that. Wait, hold on. Yasin's in the anti-magic. He can do it on EQ, but he can't do it on Yasin.
Okay.
Can he hold that?
Once it's not on, so long as it's not on him when it comes around to him.
Also, do I get Rufus back?
Rufus he's flying up in the air, isn't he? Is he not?
I can't. There he is.
He should be there, right? I guess technically no, he's not in it. Kind of.
Okay.
I mean, I assumed he was flying up in the air, so I kind of took him off. But
sure.
What about moving? Anything? Does he want to move?
He's gonna just kind of try to pick up Carrick and move him away, so that if that starts to magnetize, he'll use his action to kind of hold Carrick.
Okay, so he's literally
you would stop him from getting dragged, and he'll try to move half his movement to get Carrick away from the towards one of the walls.
Okay then. Yasin, you're up.
I'm going to throw another vitriolic. So the grey orb that's gone. That's dealt
The
with.
iron ball is landing on the. It landed on the ground and cracked all of the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna go for another vitriolic sphere.
Okay.
For 23 and 12. Should he fail?
Are you moving first before any of this happens?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay, I was gonna ask. Okay, there we go. So you fire it directly up against where that thing fired down,
Rather I'd go there.
and yep, that will hit. And you're gonna just have to roll this, aren't you? Fails, taking 23 now, 12 later. The roar of this creature is definitely suggesting that it is in a tremendous amount of pain at this point after that spell. All right, and back to Carrick's go. You are dragged out of the space where the sphere was, and as that happens as well, you kind of feel the coin which had light on also light back up, kind of confirming you're not inside any anti-magic either.
I will cast. I'm gonna try to cast Dispel Magic on the invisibility.
Anti-magic on the invisibility.
No,
Dispel magic?
Yeah, Dispel Magic. Because
Okay,
I don't
go
have
ahead.
I don't have to see that.
No, you do not. We've tried this before already, and you
Oh.
failed the DC, and you even spent lucky to try and do it. But
All right.
you can absolutely do it again and try to get higher because the rolls were dog.
Oof, that is good. I will.
He even revealed why it kind of failed, revealing that it was a Serac spell himself that you will need to best.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay, good to know. I will just cast a spiritual weapon at 4th level. Bonus action, and take a swing with disadvantage.
Okay, that can work.
If somebody could roll for me.
Sure, I'll help you out.
Sorry, thank you.
Consume spell at 4th level, right?
Yeah.
4th level coming right up. 14 to hit. I'm afraid is a miss.
Cool, but it'll stay out there, and then as an action, I don't think I can toll the dead because I need to see the creature.
You do, yes.
As an
Yeah, you do.
As an action, this is stupid, but I will try anyway. Wongo will just kind of take. Oh no. Okay, here's a question. So circlet. If I use the item, the circlet of blasting, that's still casting a spell, so I can't cast 2 spells.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, if it replicates the effects of a spell, considered casting it. You can always take an action to dodge as another option. There are a lot of dexterity-based beams you've noticed.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Moving along. It is Igni's go. And yeah, your levitation just cut out, and you kind of landed back down on the ground next to the sphere.
Do I still see acid dripping off of it?
Yes, you do. Somewhere over here, the creature is roaring in pain and agony.
Well, we'll try once more with feeling. Synaptic static.
Better
Are you
damage.
moving now?
Sorry?
Are you staying there and casting it?
No.
Well, I guess I would move. I was trying to cast it so that it would basically be against the wall and not hit anyone.
All right.
But you're
'Cause
in
you
the
can- you-
anti-magic field.
You're
Yeah, you
still-
can-
Oh, I'm in the
And you
magic.
can-
Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't see. I can't. It's hard to tell because it doesn't look like it's lit. Like it looks like 4 of the lights aren't lit right now.
correct. That's precisely correct. Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I would have booked it to the northern one then.
Let's get rid of this annoying lighting in the middle of the room because I don't like it.
It was.
and I do
It was. Sorry, it was making things a little weird for me too. I had trouble seeing. But I would have looked for the closest candle that wasn't lit, and I guess only moved 15 feet, and then
Yeah,
tried to
do
cast
that
it
to that.
because I'm slowed. Oh, I guess I
God
still
knows
would
why
have.
there was. God knows why there was actually lighting in the first place in the middle. Because, well, there wouldn't be any more because it's the long drape probably blocked vision. But now that that's fallen and cracked, yeah, it's probably no longer there. So you move and then cast it, and then yep, you're hitting it, and you're not hitting anyone else. So, an intelligence save. 24. Taking half bill.
So 16, I guess.
17.
17. Lovely.
Alrighty.
That's all I can do.
Okay. Let loose this again, this kind of ringing sound that only he can hear in this blast. Ah.
A valiant attempt. It is no use. Who will be the next to die at my eye?
This will be his go. And he will aim the cone away this time. After kind of realizing his mistake, that orb is much more useful to him, not in the anti-magic than it is that way. And as it starts to hover, oh wait, how much acid damage does he take? 20. Sorry, Connor, how much acid
He
was it
takes
again?
another 16.
16. Okay. Jesus.
12, sorry. 12.
Well, okay. Still, it's nasty. As it moves away and shakes off the acid, it kind of starts to hover away, and at this point, you would notice. Oh god, what happened?
Rufus had to roll an intelligence saving throw.
Oh god, no, ignore that. Ignore that. Okay, this is what's going to happen. The spiritual weapon gets suppressed, as does these candles here and here. Yep, that looks all good. Okay, cool. And Ignia, you even feel that dripping on you as well. But being completely resistant to acid, you don't feel any damage at all. And as a speck of acid just lands on your scale. And as you suddenly look up, is when you see a beam of energy flooding towards you. 1. Okay. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Blessed.
Less?
No, that's going to make a difference.
No, it doesn't. Okay. You are charmed. Effectively, that doesn't mean you're against your allies. It just means you can't do any offensive actions against the beholder the next turn. And I also need you to roll a wisdom save for the slow effect at the end of
I
your
did
turn.
that earlier at the end of my turn. I got a 20.
Okay, so you're no longer slow then. But you are now charmed. Oh god, and it's worse. Not just one turn. You feel like this creature is a greater power, one that you potentially could side with. Your allies are simply, well, they've proven their worth. But this creature is obviously stronger. And perhaps if you side with it, it won't destroy you, like it just did with Via. That's the first ray. The second is going towards the Shield Guardian. 6. Gonna be okay. I need it to roll a strength saving throw. I've got it. 11. Okay, Vaughn is hoisted up from the ground. And I guess with it, Carrick as well. Unless he wanted to let go of you.
No, we're
I
going
don't-
for a ride.
Yep, you and Carrick, you hoisted upwards and pulled about 20 foot into the air. Okay. And Vaughn is also going to be held upside down. As he kind of goes up, he spins in the air with you as well, Carrick. And the last thing he's going to do is fire a ray at you, Carrick. You can probably get advantage on this one if it's a dex based. It's a con based. I need to roll a con save. Is this just your luck? Okay, I'll do it for you.
Thank you.
13.
I'll
Okay,
use
so
a
you got
luck.
13. You want a luck? Okay.
I think that's my last luck. Guessing.
It's your
Maybe-
second, I think.
Second.
Unless you've
Okay,
used
great.
any before.
No.
14.
Oof.
You're not.
I'm afraid
not
you are
blessed.
one of the players who is not blessed.
I'm not blessed.
Yep. That's gonna hurt. You take
Warren will take it.
35 points of necrotic energy as this kind of sickly, ghostly green rain floods through your body and drains you.
And
You are
Vorn
down
takes
to-
half. It's actually half of that because Vorn takes half.
Okay. 15 plus 3, you're on 18? Oh, you've done it.
I've done it.
Cool. I think Vaughn takes 18 then. That's fine.
They're both done
That's
it.
fine. There you go. Alright, after that, I've got one more ray. I don't know who to go on. Guess we can double up.
Bring it over here.
How impressive. You have your own guardian. But it is not enough.
You can roll another one straight towards you. 9.
Oof.
The infamous 9. Roll me a deck save with advantage. I'll do it.
Yeah. Carrick's dodge just is like a squirming around as he does like some Circus Soleil stuff on Vorn.
Jeez. Okay. I'm afraid that is a fail.
Oof.
If you want to spend, no, you've not. I think you've
Yeah, I
got any
don't
more
think I-
luck, right?
I've just said I have one more.
You do then. If you wanted to use it, you can attempt to
I am one. Yeah, we'll use it. Use all the things. Of course.
use it. All right. That is your last lucky. Shit, still on a 9.
Yeah.
It's rough here in the bowels of the Vault of Reflection. It is 45
It's not too bad, half.
force. Half
Is
is down
Vaughn-
to 23.
Yeah.
And Vaughn takes 22. Oh, sorry, Vaughn takes 23. It's halved. Okay, and that's going to end its go. And again, all of these beams seem to be coming from the north end of the room. That's going to end its go, though. You're up. EQ? EQ's up. She's going to
We've
fly.
seen that Ignir kind of got affected by something, or
You definitely saw a beam flood towards them. This kind of strange purplish energy washed over their body. But they didn't seem to take any wounds. That much is obvious. Okay, EQ's going to try and bite. And she has disadvantage, but she can tell where it is. Natural 1. Damn it. As she gets closer, she's actually battered away by one of the eye stalks. Can end her go. It is Rufus. He's technically back and summoned.
I was ready. I'll give Carrick the help action.
Okay. As he flies towards Carrick, he pops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's Vaughn's go. He's up in the air, flailing around.
Vorn is going to just flaying around. He's going to pull his chest door open, and then this beam of healing light is going to hit Yasin, 4th level.
Yasin is still inside the anti-magic.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, you
Can-
can't see it, so I won't.
I
I'll
know,
give you the
sorry.
benefit of the doubt. But he is
It's
most
tricky
definitely
because some of the lights
Can
aren't
Vorn
on the
give
other
Carrick
side of the
help?
wall. There.
That's true.
Can Vorn
That one
give
should be
Carrick
lit.
the help action?
Yes, you can do that. This one is
Okay.
not lit because Igneous shot it over, but this
Right.
one should have been lit, so apologies for that.
Okay, yeah, Vorn will give Carrick the help action.
Okay. That's going to do it for Vaughn. Back to the top of the round, Yasin.
I am upcasting Vitriolic Sphere. Roll dog shit.
Well, dog shit on D4s isn't as bad as dog shit on like other things.
Still, but look
I would
at
say
all
that's-
those
I'd say that's
ones.
an average roll. Oh yeah, I mean, fuck. Those ones are nasty. Anyway, question first. Keep moving.
Fuck,
You
where can we
can,
even move to? Yeah, I'll scooch on up towards Iku.
Okay. So this is another deck save. Jesus, happening. I think you're melting him.
Fuck.
That might pass though. But he's still taking half
That
of.
does pass if the dice I saw is accurate.
Yeah, you got 19.
So he's taking
You
9 points and he's not taking that 17. That was my
He's,
5th
he's
level
holding
spell.
on.
I'm not going down so easily.
Alright, so I move from here, I think.
Yep.
So I'm gonna. So there's 30. I'm gonna come back another 10.
Okay.
And nothing I can do in my bonus action right now. So that's me.
Okay. Moving back 10. Okay, Carrick. You are not within the anti-magic as
My coin
confirmed
is lit
because
up.
you are quite literally being held up in the air by some form of magic. That you know 100%. Your spiritual weapon did vanish though
Did vanish.
from
Yeah.
sight.
Okay. I am going to upcast
Doesn't
guiding
mean you
bolt.
can't. Doesn't mean you can't move it though. Technically. Well, then I guess because it's suppressed
I
right
feel like
now, it's gonna vanish.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like that if I can't
Yeah.
see it, I can't move it. I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like
Yep. That was the point
yeah.
anyway. That was the reason why I kind of moved over to get
Yeah.
rid of it.
I will upcast 5th level guiding bolt.
Okay, 5th level guiding bolt with disadvantage.
Vorn's
Help
helping me.
action.
He's pointing me in the
Yeah,
direction. So
Okay, sure.
it's just a straight roll.
Trade it.
That's Carrick.
I think. What did you roll? I'm reloading because I cocked up. In the middle of trying to grab your spiritual weapon. 'Cause, it would help to see where it actually is. Or where it was. Okay, there it is. Down here. Oh. I pasted it, but it's gone. It's gone walkies. Oh well.
Yeah, Carrick just holds his holy symbol out and then just like just like puts all his hope and faith in this one spell and just tries to
Okay.
cast it.
Okay, let me roll it for you. Oh, I know where it's gone. It's gone behind the layer. Useful. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna just do your guiding bolt for you. And you upcast this to 4th level.
5th.
5th? Jesus, alright. There it is. Fuck me, it's a natural 20.
Oh.
You just crit, Carrick. You just crit.
Fuck!
Well,
Yes!
you know, Jesus Christ. How much damage was that? 50?
60 damage.
Good
So,
lord, you just
up
one-shot
against-
him. You just did 56 damage. Because that's how much health he had. Oh god. Oh lord. Yeah. Tell me how this goes. One pointing upside down towards where you hope the creature is.
Yeah, Carrick, as they're just kind of like floating upwards in this, bizarre anti-gravity situation, Vorn kind of just takes him, points him at the top of the ceiling, and Carrick just has like this Iron Man hand amulet in his hand, just starts glowing, and he kind of looks down to where Revia was last standing, and then just gives in, like opens this well of faith and trusting in the light, and then finds a deeper power even than within himself, and this magic just channels through him and out of his hand, and just and then I would, for a bit of flavor, the last thing it does right before it hits is this divine energy dispels the invisibility and sees the brief moment of horror
Right.
of this beholder before it is hit.
Absolutely, because of course it would light it up with Guiding Bolt's magic. It would outline the creature, revealing it. Its eye goes wide. It tries to turn in time as its anti-magic cone is facing into the corner where Yasin is. And it tries to turn in time, and it just slams straight through the eyeball, exploding it and sending all 10 eye stalks flooding over the chamber in guts and gore. And this holy light still surrounding every small section of viscera, and it's just all aglow, burning in radiant fire. And the last thing you would have probably said is, "No, Asteric promised me." Leaving the chamber still and silent. The great sphere left in a massive spiderweb of cracks across the ground.
Wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask if Vorn and I fell 20
Yep.
feet.
You do.
Okay.
20 feet down, you take a small point of bludgeoning damage. Oh god, maybe not small. 11. Jesus.
Vorn takes half for what it's
Yeah,
worth.
so do you. You take half. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
give you back.
first 10 feet is free.
Alright, well. You take 5 then. 3. There you go. The candles up on the southwest side reignite, revealing a small pile of grey dust on the ground.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Carrick knows what disintegrate is, so he's going to go over to where he's just going to panic search for over where Revia fell.
You find there is a staff of the python, as well as a number of arrows, magical arrows, in a quiver. the same quiver given to her by her father. And at the bottom of the pile is also Colin, still intact. And there is a ring as well. And the pair of braces. In fact, every magical piece of item is in the pile of dust as you root around in it. Everything else is gone. Vaughn kind of hobbles over to it as well. And he looks down. Kneels down.
Vaughn's
then
gonna take a little scoop of the ash and
I
just
would
kind of
slap his hands away. No, don't touch it. I'll deal with this. I like to go about collecting all of the ashes into. I'd pour out my bag of sand and place, all of it. Get as many as I could. I'll keep these.
Iku swoops down and says, I should have healed her for more. I should have done something before we came into this room. I'm sorry.
she was the strongest of us, even before Kubazan.
We didn't have to be here. This isn't a shrine to a trickster god. This is just sort of here.
You just hear a low growl from the bachelor, but he doesn't say anything more.
I was convinced that there would be one, but there wasn't.
You gather that anger isn't aimed at you, but rather at Sarah for having placed this place here.
But this had to have had a purpose. Everything here has a purpose.
Well, as you look around for said purpose, you do notice in the alcoves, as I mentioned before, there are piles of treasure. Amongst them, there's a clay chameleon statue covered in crystal beads that seem to change in colors. There are golden masks, sized for about like a child, and shaped in the faces of a bat, a monkey, parrot. And there is a gold coronet shaped like an octopus with mother of pearl eyes. And finally, there does seem to be a potion and a magical looking bead. And there is a shield as well that glints with a bronze kind of glow. But it is shaped into the shape of a screaming devil's face.
Carrick. Long shot, I know, but and I'm not wholly clued up on more celestial magics, but raised dead, does that require a body?
Yeah,
It does.
yeah, and we can't do it with the curse.
What about that gem we found?
The gem does true resurrection, which does not need a body. Let's get rid of this fucking curse.
Okay.
Right,
EQ's
doesn't
kind
the
of
gem do
sobbing.
true
Sobbing
resurrection?
in hope. And resurrection does require a body as well.
But but the gem
But
the
true
gem casts,
resurrection, you can
which is what
speak
that
the person's
gem.
name. As long as there is something of them, like you see, Yasin has gathered up all the ashes. As long as there is something of them, then you can
The
return
body-
them.
The spell can provide a new body if the original no longer exists, in which
Correct.
case you must speak the creature's name.
Exactly.
All right. We got a name.
EQ
No
kind
more.
of sobbing and
No more
picks herself
excuses.
up and says, "You're right. Let's end this curse and bring her back. We have the treasure to do it. We'll use this cursed item against him." And she's going to cast Cure Wounds on Yasin. And we need to be sure that we don't lose anyone else. And she's going to cast it twice.
Yasin's gone a bit numb. Doesn't really respond much.
I'm gonna cast detect magic at just what, like, there's got to be something in this room.
As you cast Detect Magic, there is magic coming from the potion, the shield, the bead. But other than that, I guess the sphere, where it's kind of fallen and cracked,
Shit.
it does seem to be inactive now. I guess, actually, no, there is magic coming from it, but at this point, is it kind of being pulled towards it? EQ is going to rush over and grab the drape that was over it in the first place, and you can tell there does seem to be some kind of magic involving said drape, and as it throws over, it does seem to conceal the sphere of iron, reducing its effect. So long as it is covered, it does not provide any anti-magic, and Ega just did that on a whim, but he would have effectively figured it out anyway. Once you had cast the detect magic.
That's it. That's all this beholder had. Okay, we stay on the path. Get these gods.
We never had much of a choice.
Well, I need to kill something.
That growth around this area begins to sort of sizzle in the same fashion that you melted the beholder with your own acid. A lot of it seems to be just sort of sizzling and letting off steam. There's no more eyeballs coming from it.
I don't think any of us can go much further in this state, so let's find that little nook
I think
and
that is.
sit.
All right. If you're making your way back to there and sitting for a moment, at least for a short rest, I'll say there might also be a good place to end picking ourselves up next week, because I think we need time to comprehend what just happened, and I need to have a sit down and talk with Kirsty here to see what the steps are going forward. So thank you for watching. This has been a bit of a traumatic episode. I have, however, completed this terrifying vault of reflections and destroyed another evil lurking within its tomb. Let us hope they find the strength to push on and end this curse so that they can bring back their ally with the Eye of Zaltek. I'll see you then. Farewell.
Woof.